Afternoon, everybody. Yo! Beer, Norm? Have I gotten that predictable? Good.
Coming to you live, this is a Clearly Confused podcast. Featuring Eric, Brandon, and Steve. And now, here's your host, JT.
Hey, Morty, let me ask you a question real quick. Does evil exist? And if so, can one detect and measure it? Rhetorical question, Morty. The answer's yes, you just have to be a genius.
Welcome to the show, everybody. This is your host, JT. It is 5:59 on one clock and the big giant glare on another 6:01 on the laptop because it's way ahead of time. And we are live.
Hello.
With me, as always, I have Steve.
That's me.
Eric.
Yes, sir.
Brandon.
Hello.
God. Wow.
Rick got me psyched up. I couldn't help it.
Apparently. I don't even know where to go after that IED. Leah's here.
Hi.
Heidi's over in the corner. Which that does come across on the air.
It does.
Because you're rather well, actually.
Surprisingly, I noticed that.
And then the mascot is clipping, clopping around and
Yeah, she's doing her thing.
Give it a minute. She'll be here.
doing what she does best. Annoying the bejesus out of me. Today is May 2nd.
That was almost right on cue.
Yeah, that was...
For those of you who take the liberty of watching the video, Steve was on his phone and Pepper said, no, and bopped it into his mic.
Yeah, pay attention. Anyway, chat room's up and running.
It is. I'm in
TikTok,
there.
Twitter, and Instagram is at Clearly Podcast. Be a part of our Fans of Facebook group or our official Facebook page. You can follow us on YouTube.
A Clearly Confused podcast on YouTube.
There it is. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that little bell
Hit the bell.
icon and ding. We'll pin ya. Or whatever they say on one of the ones that I watch. You could also email us, clearlyconfusedpodcast@gmail.com. And you could give us a call at 620-605-ACCP or
620-605-2227.
leave us a message. Send us a text during the show.
Yeah, if you send us a text written, so we may read it on air.
Or the show. We may do
The show.
The show. Anyway, today is May 2nd from the, we'll throw them a bone, the Big Easy News Network. It is National Truffle Day.
Unless they're the chocolate ones, I don't...
Well, it didn't say specifically what kind of
As
truffle.
long as they're not the fungus ones.
I assumed it was... What's wrong with the fungus ones?
They're
I don't
so
do fungus.
good.
Never tried
And
it.
I don't even like mushrooms, dude. Truffles are awesome.
Right?
The most awesome thing about a truffle is that they hunt for them with pigs.
Okay.
This is true.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool.
Anyway, let's see. Today's National Life Insurance Day, so make sure you thank your life insurance. No, that's not how that works.
See, Mark shook.
Yeah. And then it's also from the, we'll call this the Brandon DePriest News Network. It's
Oh, no.
National Lemonade Day.
I'm not sure how to react to that.
You have a kid.
Dude, I would take that
Kids
one.
like lemonade.
I love lemonade.
Guess.
Yeah.
A little pepper on that one, sorry.
The,
Pepper
the season or the
from
dog?
The season.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, thus the cough.
Dude, just making sure.
I get it.
Just, yes.
You know if you got a little dander back there?
Yeah.
It happens.
How about the semantics dome, Evie White?
Yeah.
Anyway, I haven't even been practicing that one. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Hey, things that happened on this date, events as we like to call them, in 1920. The first game of the Negro National Baseball League is played in
Kansas City, Missouri.
Indianapolis.
I was thinking Kansas City as well.
I thought so
That's where
too.
that's where the museum is, and I get that.
Which is
I
probably
tried.
why I thought that. Yeah.
That's exactly why I thought it.
Right. Let's see. This day in 1986, the city of Chernobyl is evacuated officially 6 days after the nuclear reactor begins to melt down.
Nailed it.
Little late. More like snailed it.
They were working on an outdated Farmer's Almanac on that one.
Something.
Wait, what year was that?
1986.
Yeah, there's no excuse for that.
Nope.
Oh, yeah, it is. They were Russian, and they were just doing their own thing.
They weren't
I don't
rushing
think-
anything. They were taking their sweet time.
Exactly where I was going with it.
Right. Dang it. But let's see. Also on this date in 2011, Steve and Captain One-Liner were on the air with myself when Osama bin Laden was announced as being killed.
Corby was there too, right?
I don't believe so. I think it was just the three of us.
I was at a Wranglers game when it happened.
Nice.
I thought Corby was
He
there.
might have been, but I just remember the three of us because Captain One-Liner read it and we were like, yeah, we're off the air. We're gone.
Pretty much.
We were about 12 seconds into the show.
And it was Wranglers game or Wingnuts. I can't remember who was playing at that time.
Wranglers.
Yeah.
2011.
That
May have
would've
been the Wing. It was the
it would've
Wingnuts.
been
Yeah,
Wingnuts.
Wingnuts.
Might have been. I don't remember when they left. But we got Wind Surge now.
Yeah.
Let's see. Births on this date. In 1729, Catherine the Great.
Okay.
The great Russian Tsar. I believe the only female Russian Tsar. Or was she a queen?
No, they were all czars.
Tsars. CZARs. Pirates.
What
The
did
Russian pirates?
what did the pirate have when he went to the doctor? SARS.
Oh, I thought he had
There's that.
arthritis.
Nah. Well, I mean, that's another one, yeah.
Heyo. Let's see from the Fun to Say file in 1912. Axel Springer.
All right.
I don't know. It's just fun to say.
Axel Springs.
Yeah,
I
don't
like it.
I don't know who he is. 1933, American saxophonist,
Okay.
musician from the Fun to Say file, Bunk Gardner.
Nice.
I like it.
Also from the Fun to Say file, 1945, Judge Dredd was given to us. English singer and songwriter.
So not Carl Urban or Sylvester Stallone, the
No.
actual Judge Dredd.
The actual Judge Dredd.
Okay.
1951, John Glasscock. Not from the Fun to Say file. Why? Because he was the bassist for Jethro Tull.
Okay.
Oh.
So he actually had some
Actually,
kind of
he pulls double
significance.
duty.
Yeah.
He's important, and it's fun to say.
Yeah. So he was their bassist until he died.
All right.
Shortly after they got popular.
That tends to make you stop playing bass for a
It
band.
does.
You know, it really does, surprisingly.
Played it to the grave.
Yeah.
1975, the role was given the most beautiful man in the world at one point, David Beckham.
Justin's man crush.
I mean, 1976, the world was given Jeff Gutt, the current lead singer for Stone Temple Pilots.
I was gonna say, I know that name sounds familiar, and you did not say "Fun to Say" file. I was trying to place it, and I just didn't get it.
Threw you for a
before
loop,
said.
did he?
1977, American actress Jenna Von Oy. Why do we know that name?
Why do I know that name?
Because on the show Blossom, she
Thank
played the
God.
character of Six,
Okay, I knew that
her
name.
best friend.
Yeah.
Liam Bialik's character's best friend. And then from the Stevens and Wiki News Network, lastly, in 1987, the world was given sports talk show host extraordinaire, one-time NFL punter, Pat McAfee,
Pat McAfee.
which is an
Did you say
amazing
87?
87.
Man,
Yeah. He's all of like
that
34.
just made me feel really old.
Yeah. 34 today. By the way, if you like sports talk shows, his is amazing.
It's pretty good. It's kind of, I don't know. I've kind of gotten away from it here recently, but I used to really like it.
He
and I
gives
still-
0 Fs. 0.
But he says that a lot on
Yeah.
his show now that he's on Sirius XM.
Right.
Because he can.
So the in memoriam segment, 1519, we lost Italian painter, sculptor, inventor.
One of the Ninja Turtles.
Yes, Leonardo da Vinci.
啊
1972, we lost crossdresser extraordinaire and the one-time head of the CIA, J. Edgar Hoover. And then lastly, from the Fun to Say file, in 2005, we lost a Singaporean journalist and the fourth president of Singapore, Wee Kim Wee. Wee spelled W-E-E.
So he's
Yeah.
No.
Ooh wee.
Stop that.
yeah.
Yours I can
Kim
handle.
Wee.
Yours I cannot.
It's ooh wee Kim Wee. That's all I got. And we're done.
That's great. Well, that one seemed like it got close from this
I
perspective.
did. I buzzed the tower on that one.
Yeah,
Negative Ghost Rider, the pattern is full.
that's right.
Not today. Not today. How's that?
Like I said, it's not going to bother me until you hit me. Then we're going to have a problem. But
Will
I
we?
trust you.
Thank you. He did not
good.
flinch.
He didn't.
Didn't even look at it, actually. I don't even
He was
know
like,
if
it's for the better if I don't
Usually
know.
I watch it go by, but that one,
I don't even
The
think-
time you hit him from like then on, he
Yeah.
might be like,
What the?
yeah.
And then you hear me just fucking off right out the front door.
Yeah.
All right, cool. First one.
Hey, it's not a party unless I start it.
Hey yo.
So yeah, if you look at the title, you'll see that this is the ACCP Great Cookoff Season 2, Episode 3.
The rubber match.
Finale
The finale.
for season 2.
Yeah.
Right. 'Cause we'll have
I don't
another.
know how many seasons we're gonna have, but we can
My
play this.
guess is
for cooking?
4.
That was my thought,
That's my guess.
but
we can
there,
have as many seasons
there could
of
be
the
a
show we want.
Of
We're
the
just
show.
talking about the cooking part.
Okay.
I'm just
I'm
talking
talking
about
about
the
the
cook.
I'm just talking about the cook.
At
yeah.
least 3, possibly 4. Could be 72. We don't
There
know yet.
could be 5
I
if
mean,
we play
double
it right.
elimination could be 5.
Round robin.
Or 6. I don't know.
I mean,
we're still in the planning process.
There could be a redemption stage.
Planning. Like there's any planning. Like, hey, we're doing this. Damn it.
Son of a... Anyway. So we picked for Brandon and Steve.
That was
said.
mostly all at once.
Yeah.
No.
Wasn't much of a Doppler.
Got stuck in customs and it came out right at the end. So week 1.
Week 1, we let the wheel pick. Brandon and Steve got to put their choices in the proverbial hat.
Yep.
And we spun the wheel of death, and it came out as Battle Chili.
Yep.
And they brought their...
Steve won.
Steve won.
In a
Brandon?
suite, by the way.
Yeah, in a sweep. But Brandon, by his own admission, poorly planned his time that week.
Very much so.
I would love to say that Brandon tried.
Dude, he could have tried if he would have showed up for Hormel that week.
Brandon really wanted to compete. We'll go with that.
I wanted to compete, but I knew that the bar was already set too high.
Yeah.
So.
I mean,
Yeah, that
After
was
tasting it, I knew I was right. So.
that was like the one thing that I was super confident.
Oh,
in.
yeah. And
Oh
you,
yeah, you
and you
killed
talked
it.
mad stuff. You talked mad trash in chat that week, too.
Yeah.
So-
you knew you was going to win.
clearly, Steve won.
Yeah.
Week 2,
Week 2, again, back to the Wheel of Death. And it came up with spaghetti.
spaghetti.
And they both brought their wares. And as Steve alluded to while we talked about that, he swung for the fences and
Yeah.
came up just on the warning track.
I don't know if that I swung for the fences. I just tried something new.
Right,
And
right.
it didn't work out.
Steve showed that was warning track power.
Yes.
That's all that he had.
he was already rounded first and then found out that they caught it. So,
Right, he Cadillac'd it and then,
yeah.
it's just a long out.
So
It happens.
Baseball terms.
Brandon,
Fun.
Brandon went a little bit awkward too and brought home a win that
It
week.
worked for him.
It did.
It was not a sweep.
It was not a sweep. No.
I was the lone vote for Steve.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that.
I mean, I was being honest.
So.
We were going to have round 3 no matter what.
I mean,
Yeah, we're gonna have
I
it.
mean, it didn't matter. So.
So last week after the show, because we didn't announce what it was going to be, last week after the show, we kicked both of them out, made them go have a walk and hold hands in the park. And all of us that were going to be judging and voting decided to have a little powwow. Both of them were pressing really hard for mac and cheese, and we were not going to give in on that.
At all.
Yeah, not at all.
Too easy.
So, I mean, part of the poll this week is who you thought were going to win, and we announced it there. But we decided to give them the. You're giving me fingers.
I am.
Okay.
Because I would rather go over the
Okay.
now before we announce the winner.
All right.
I mean, might as well get it.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was going to get there too, but all right, step on my moment.
You're welcome.
We decided to give them
It's a big moment. I couldn't help it.
I'm a big guy. The most basic thing that we could think of, because they really, neither one of them wanted to do this cook-off. Did we force them into
No,
doing it?
no, we didn't.
So
I don't know what you're talking about.
we decided to give them.
Let's be honest. Brandon did not want to do this cook-off.
Yeah.
Steve was
Steve was-
reluctant.
I didn't either.
Neither one of them wanted to do
Steve was
this.
okay with it.
Both of them wanted to bring in hamburger helper. I mean, let's get real.
Hey, I said ham sandwiches and boiled water.
And you got
Battle grilled cheese with a side. They both squawked about it too, said it was super hard, and me and Justin looked at each other and goes,
I didn't say it was hard.
You guys gave us frickin' burgers, and we gave you grilled cheese.
I never said it was hard. There's a lot of options.
Yeah.
And I was mulling over
Because burgers don't have a lot of options.
Yeah, no,
exactly, right?
To your, condolences or whatever the hell you want to say.
Condolences?
I don't know. I ran out of words. It's fine.
Clearly.
So, confused
podcast.
podcast.
Yeah.
So, to your guys' credit, there
you go.
It was
That's
a C word. I hit one of them. But
Condolences.
you can do just as much, if not a little bit more, if you want to throw different things inside of it with the grilled cheese. So thanks for
He's not wrong.
No,
thanks for throwing that in, because that could have gone a
They're
bajillion
comparable.
ways.
Okay.
They're
They
comparable.
Right.
are comparable.
Right.
Comparable, yeah. So with Battle Grilled Cheese, we just put it out there, and we wanted to ask all the listening audience who was going to win.
Are we taking away the one vote?
Which one vote?
Mine.
Mine.
Because I've been counting it that way. No, you could have voted for yourself too. It's
So
fine.
here, look, I
If
mean,
you ever
doesn't-
got on Facebook, you could have voted for yourself.
Hey,
Yeah, I don't.
it was me. I'll say whatever. Take it away. I still got the.
if we take your vote out, it was 8 votes Steve, 7 votes Brandon.
Oh,
Wow.
So yeah, it was very close. If you would have voted for yourself,
Yeah. I mean, it still would have been the same turnout if we take them both out.
yeah, it would still have been the same. But 8-7 in vote of Steve as winning Battle Grilled Cheese.
And thank you for that.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I really do.
That being said, Battle Grilled Cheese was this week. Do you guys want to explain your sandwiches before we do our votes?
please do.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. For mine, I didn't go. I didn't really do anything extra special with the bread. I got the Sara Lee. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Artisanal.
Artisan.
Well,
It's the Artisanal brand.
there you go. That's what I got for the bread. Nothing major. Made my own garlic butter. I used provolone, pepperoni, mozzarella. Had a nice grill press or panini press.
Panini press. Yep.
That it was the first time I've used it, and I really like it. I'll probably be using that a little bit more now.
Yeah, it was nice.
That was my grilled cheese. We had a side, and I made a pasta salad. I am not going to say what all went in it, but just pasta salad.
Why wouldn't you say what all went in it?
Because it's mine, damn it.
Well, all right.
I'm not giving out my secret ingredients.
I got a recipe online that did not have portions. And I didn't do that on purpose. I'm just an idiot, and that's the one I went with.
Fair enough.
And I figured out the portions myself, and I think it came out pretty good. Like I liked it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not the judge, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just macaroni salad with some carrots, celery, and red pepper, and a dressing that I made.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
So with my sandwich, as a lot of things that I try to do, I tried to shoot a little outside of my reach just because, I don't know, it's supposed to be a challenge, so I like to throw things in that I haven't necessarily done before.
Right. Challenge yourself,
Right.
and let's challenge your
Right.
opponent. I get it.
So, I did steal a little bit of a strategy from Aaliyah.
fine.
She always crusts her grilled cheese and Parmesan on the outside, and I was like, oh, that's so good. So like, I'm taking that. But I went and got the brioche bread. Tastes pretty much like the Hawaiian rolls, but then you toast it, and the sweetness goes down quite a bit. It's so much crispier. So I did that. Had Munster, smoked cheddar, and what was the other one? Oh yeah, smoked Gouda. And then I threw some bacon in there, and like I said, Parmesan crust on both sides.
Right.
And then for my side, I did a tomato bisque, which was super basic. I just looked up the first tomato bisque I could online.
Right.
And then I made it a little bit creamier with some cream cheese and threw some bacon in and then some Parmesan on the top of it. And that was about it. I mean, there's not much to a bisque, really. But yeah, that was my main and my side. So Here we are.
All right.
Should we get the biased one out of the way first?
Might as well.
She's like I'm not biased.
Or we could force her to be a potential tiebreaker.
No.
Okay.
I don't like
I
that.
haven't gotten to be a tiebreaker at all during this.
So would you like to be the tiebreaker
Yeah.
if there is a tiebreaker?
Yes.
All right.
No, you go first.
I apologize. I headbutted you.
Sure, that's not the first time you guys have banged heads like that. So,
Just gonna gloss over that.
for those
This is
watching
a family show, sir.
the hell it is. For those watching the video, I winked. Let's see. So my vote, and it really was tough because one sandwich was better than the other, but one side was better than the other. I liked Brandon's tomato bisque.
All right.
I
Yeah.
really did. There's good flavor to it. It wasn't overpowering. It really worked well with the sandwich. I dug it.
All right.
But I like Steve's sandwich better.
Okay. So where does your vote lie?
I gotta go with Steve because his sandwich was just that much better than what your side was better than his.
All right.
His sandwich was pretty solid throughout. Yours
Oh
was,
no, it was.
Yours was kind of hit and miss, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
I truly don't. I mean, it was good. I'm not saying that yours sucked. I'm just saying that you came in second
That's fair.
out of 2, but you still came in second.
I'm not saying you're sucked. I'm gonna beat you with a baseball
Yeah,
bat.
if that makes sense.
No, I got you. I got you.
I like both of them a lot, and I
Right.
like the sides of both a lot, but the difference in the sandwiches was greater than the difference in the sides, so I went with the sandwich since it was a grilled cheese.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
Saying in all of the competitions, like yours and ours,
Yeah.
none of the meals sucked except
No.
maybe
No.
Brandon's chili. But
It wasn't the best.
sorry,
there was one that just kind of tried.
none of them sucked though. I mean, really, I'm
That's
to be
why it
honest.
was a
So
sweep. I got awkward.
It's okay. For me, so I'll start. I'm going to do sides first as well. So for Brandon, your tomato bisque, I enjoyed it. Mine, like you said, I mean, probably need to go back in the microwave for a couple of seconds, but
Yeah.
I'm not taking temperature of it aside because I could have thrown it in the microwave, but you guys were all hovered around the stove and microwave, so I wasn't trying to elbow through anybody.
Makes sense.
Slow down there, buddy.
The only thing that I would like to see better in your soup,
Okay.
your bacon,
Yeah.
I would like to see it crispier.
See, and that's
And
hard.
I don't know if it's
It was
because
perfect for me. I don't like crispy
I-
bacon.
like,
I
I
threw it
disagree
in.
because I don't like crispy bacon.
Okay.
I didn't even try your bisque.
All right.
I don't like tomato soup.
That's
so.
the only thing I would have been on that. Like you even mentioned, you didn't get all of your cream cheese melted out
No,
and
I
mixed
was
in.
I was sad about that. I
and
figured,
that was another thing too. I mean, as I'm doing mine, I'm mixing it up to get it.
I figured it'd melt
dissolve.
down, but it didn't.
But I liked it like that.
No,
And
okay.
maybe that's because I like the Ida style pizza from
Oh,
WBC,
yeah.
how it's
Yeah.
just chunks of
Yeah.
cream cheese.
Yeah.
I thought it was fantastic.
Okay.
No, it was good. Steve, your pasta salad was really good. Great flavors. I love the peppers in them, just because I'm a big fan of red bell pepper. For me, the sides were pretty even. So on my vote, it came down to the sandwich. Steve, your sandwich was fantastic. I loved the garlic butter on the bread and everything on the inside.
Homemade.
Yeah.
No, that was a good touch.
Yeah, it was.
That came through. I liked it.
Brandon, I really enjoyed your bread and the and the cheeses. Why are you sad, sir?
Because you said Steve's was fantastic.
Brandon, I really enjoyed your bread.
Yeah. You basically said he's got a great personality.
You're swell.
Your sandwich had a great personality, but Steve's was sexy. I saw the slump in the shoulders.
But my vote is for Steve's sandwich, and the reason is, and you alluded to it, your temperature was way off,
Oh yeah.
and it was too high, and you got a little burn on the outside, and that was a big thing for me. I told you guys last week, I don't want a soggy one, I don't want a burnt one.
No, I feel it.
The only other thing that I had, I loved the idea of the cheese crust on the outside. When you get 4 cheeses going on a grilled cheese, sometimes you lose stuff.
It can be a lot.
Gets
Yeah.
muddled.
Less is more.
No, I mean, your bacon was great, and I love all the different cheeses that you used. And when you mix them all together, you start losing notes because they all just meddle together.
And I wanted to try and do a variant with the cheese because I didn't want to rely on the meat for the taste.
Right.
Which I'm
Right.
not saying anything to Steve. His mixed very well.
Right.
But
Well,
I didn't want to do that on mine.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, the thing with mine was that I used mozzarella and provolone.
Yeah.
They go together.
Right.
Because I didn't put a whole lot of meat on
No,
it.
you
Like,
didn't.
I mean,
No,
it
it's just like
literally
2
just
slices of pepperoni, yeah.
or 3
Per
but-
half, yeah.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. So
So, Leah, your vote really doesn't matter, but we would love to hear your rendition of.
I mean, I don't need to vote because it's
No.
not going to change anything.
No, it won't. But we really want to hear. I mean, you're the third judge. We want to hear what you thought.
Well, I mean, kind of what Steve's alluded to before is like that he knows who the judges are, and so like with me liking bacon,
Right.
having bacon in both things was a really big thing for me. And also just, I mean, the grilled cheese that Brandon made is like my go-to grilled cheese. That's what I love.
Right.
And so obviously, like, I really liked that. One thing I really thought was cool about Steve's was that it was almost kind of like a pizza grilled cheese.
That's kind of
That's
yeah.
what you were going
for.
for. Yeah.
And it worked. The
and so I
garlic, the
really liked
pepperoni.
that. Yeah, I really liked that as well. But just grilled cheese and tomato soup is like one of my favorite meals. So
Right.
that combination just kind of swung it for me. And I promise I'm not being biased.
No,
at all.
no. He absolutely catered to a particular judge, knowing
Yeah.
he could get one vote, and that's a smart play. Knowing that if I do this, it will not be a sweep, and maybe I'll win over one of the other two. It's a smart play. I get it. That's kind of what I did with, with one of mine, but it didn't work for me either, buddy. So,
all right. So in the season 2 Great Cookoff, Steve, you have been crowned champion, sir. Congratulations.
Oh my God, I can cook.
yes, you can.
Kind of.
Heidi, yell out your winner. Or you could applaud. It's cool.
She's like, nah, I'm good.
You had both as well. Who won?
I gave her a burnt one. Of course he won.
You did too, and it was like half that sandwich was char.
I'm just trying to pile on, buddy.
I could not
Hey.
get the heat right on your stove. Like for me, 4 was the perfect setting on my stove. I try to crank it to 4 and stuff starts burning and I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's
Yep, everyone's a little different, and it's,
pretty intense stove.
usually, especially with the flat iron that you use, because I use a very similar one.
Yeah.
A lot of times, let it sit there for a good 5 to 10 minutes, and let the entire flat top get to one consistent temperature.
Right.
But yeah, I do the same thing. I use the exact same when
Yeah.
I'm at home making grilled cheese.
I knew I could fit 2 slices of bread, 4 if I really got, in a time constraint. But yeah.
It's like, you know how whenever you're making pancakes, the first one's the throwaway.
Yeah.
And
Heidi got that one.
Heidi got the throwaways from both of us. I mean, if she had a vote, it would have been different.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it was in my case, it was more of a tester. Like, I didn't know if I wanted to preheat the pepperoni first, and so I tried it without, and then it worked out pretty well without. So I just screw it.
Yeah.
But that's what I was like. Backup plan.
So
It's not needed.
I did like the fact that you use Irish cream butter for your garlic butter.
Oh, I love that stuff.
Yeah.
It was actually a French butter, but
Oh, was it?
Oh, was it?
I saw the label and looked a lot like Kerrygold, which is the Irish cream butter.
I love Kerrygold.
Yeah. But no, you guys, both of them, I mean, both sandwiches were great. I mean, I'm not saying anything. Just, why did you burn your Parmesan, man? If you wanted to burn your Parmesan.
It was the heat. I could not get it
was
proper.
the heat of the moment.
Yeah. That's it.
In the pan, but yeah.
Don't blame the pan.
No, I'm not blaming
It's an
the pan.
inanimate
It's-
object.
It's
It
the
can't
heat
do
of
anything.
the pan.
I don't remember the rest of the words, so I'm like, da da da.
Yeah, I honestly don't either. So we're on the same page.
I don't
It
like that
was a
song, so I don't.
80s song.
But no, congrats to Steve, and maybe in season
thank you.
3, either the losers will go up against each other, or
Winner.
Or I'm gonna get curb stomped.
American History X. Yikes.
so.
I'm torn if I want the winners to go next or if I want to go against Brandon and just. You
Get
know
your
what?
confidence back.
I'm gonna call. I'm gonna call it because I want to have fun with it. It's you and me, buddy.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I was hoping for a break.
I mean, there'll be a break
Okay.
because we got games.
Have
and
a
we've
week
got-
between or 2.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Maybe a month.
Oh, all right.
At least a week. I don't know.
Huh.
You know what? It's a fun. Like Cheerios or in the box mac and cheese.
Captain Crunch.
Something. You don't think I can cook? You've clearly never had my cereal.
I get the just berries, you know.
Okay, Trevor Wilson's awesome. Anyway.
Son of a bitch! Give me a drink! Well, I am going to need something to kill time before my second beer. How about a first one?
So we got Four Loko this week.
I'm reading the side during the intro, and I'm like, Earthquake, high gravity beer. I'm like, it's probably a 7.5%, 8%. Oh my God, it's 10.
I was going to say, somebody wants to get me drunk.
Well, we're having a bottle of wine in a can, so.
Yeah. So
Kind of what it is.
I drove out to Davis Liquor there at Kellogg and Tyler. And
Not far off.
I grabbed this one, and this is the one that I told
Oh God.
yeah.
I told you that
Ah,
terrified
that
me.
kicks you in the teeth.
So it terrifies me for two reasons. One, it's a man can that's 10% alcohol by volume.
Ah, it's a lot, buddy.
This is 83 cents a can. This is $3.50 for a 4-pack.
Wow.
Usually when you see 4-packs, it means they're expensive. Not in this case.
I walked up and I saw $3.50. I was like, I'm going to keep walking until I find something else. And I found something else. And I came back to this one and said, I need a second one. This one scares the crap out of me. We're going to try it out. So it is
It's like a Four Loko that's been on the deck for a year.
Earthquake High Gravity Lager, 10% alcohol by volume. It's made by Four Brewing Company in La Crosse, Wisconsin. Yeah, I haven't even tried it yet.
It's not good.
Is it?
No.
It's
not
like
really.
Heavy Bud, but it's sat outside for 6 months.
No, it's like Boone's Farm.
It's Boone Farm beer.
Boone's Farm and Bud Light, yeah.
Make some.
Yep.
It's like
That's
a
what you
red.
get.
It's like a red.
Oh
beer.
God, that is terrible.
But we're men, and we're gonna finish it.
Yeah. So the funny thing is,
Steve's
so
gonna be hammered.
when I go to buy this, I set it up on the counter and I tell the lady, I said, this one terrifies me. I said, has anybody said anything about it? She goes, yeah, we got a regular who comes in here all the time. She goes over and buys the 24-ounce can
Oh, God.
and drinks it and says one takes care of her for the whole night. And now I'm really questioning this lady. It's like, do you not have taste buds?
Drink number 2 does not get better. Just for the record.
Yeah,
just
I'm
drink
on
4.
5, and I'm just hoping that I can get the
That
rest
lingers
down
awkwardly.
too.
No, I mean, I won't have a problem finishing it, but it is not good.
No, it's not.
From Dustin in the chat room.
I
he
just
said
saw it.
it's like raccoon piss. He lives in Georgia, so I don't know how to take that. Like, is he just
Do you
saying
know
it's
from
horrible?
experience, sir?
or does he actually know from experience? I don't. I love you, Dustin. You are our sister show for a reason, but
Yeah.
oof.
I mean, I don't know if it was just because we were talking about wine and everything, but I get a little bit of fruit in there, and I'm not sure where to put it.
I don't either. I mean, it does. I mean, it says malt liquor on it, and
Back in the can.
Feels like my mouth got grape.
it's so weird. I get exactly what you're.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that whiny back in.
yeah.
It's like the flavors are having a fight club with my teeth. It is not good.
And everybody's losing.
Yes, I am especially.
I want to chug it, but I also know that it's 10% alcohol, and I gotta be slightly coherent for my movie review.
Bitch Tits is back there fighting himself.
Yeah.
Why did you throw that in there?
Both of them together.
It's a character from a movie. Take
don't
that
know.
back, sir.
I don't know that movie, so excuse me.
Oh, that's on the list. Speaking of,
And here we go.
how is Fight Club? Have you never seen that?
Oh, I've seen Fight Club.
I was gonna say-
I've seen it so long ago that some of the references just go straight over my
I
head.
was throwing it on the list.
Yeah, right.
No,
like,
I've
if
seen,
you,
Take it right
with you
back
saying
off.
that, I was like, yeah.
no,
that's
I've seen
gonna be-
Fight Club.
Yeah, Bob had bitch tits.
Meatloaf.
And then from then on, he was known as Bitch Tits.
Okay,
Yeah,
it's coming back
I would
to me
do
now.
anything for love, but get
I
shot
wouldn't
in the
do
back
that.
of the head. Yeah. Anyway,
Well, all right. Back at it. So, shifting gears this week. I mean, every time leading up to movie review, I've been giving you a wide array of the movie and then telling you my opinion of it. this time I'm just gonna punch you in the face with my opinion, pretty much.
Tell Heidi does not approve. She does not approve as well.
Sorry.
So our description was Boone's Farm with Bud Light. That's pretty accurate.
Yes.
Sorry.
Bud Light, man.
I know, and you did us solid by getting us that stone the other week, and then I turn around and give you this. So I apologize on the.
Steve actually gave it to me. It's not your fault.
All right, fine. Way to be, asshole. See, that gets a quarter.
I figured the curiosity was getting to it.
Yeah, it was the cure. You're right, honey.
Curiosity killed the taste buds.
And satisfaction did not bring it back.
We'll wait for the second beer, maybe.
God, I hope so.
So, the order I watched them is the order I'm going to give them in. We're going to start off with Boiler Room from Easy. Quick rundown. What?
Boiler Room was yours?
Yeah.
Oh, I figured it would have been him.
So, quick rundown. I'm terrible with names, but
Giovanni Ribisi?
that guy always looks kind of greasy. So, anyway, he basically goes through this movie trying to make a man of himself. And, I mean, to his own chagrin, his dad is a huge penis. And not in the way that you would think from last week. You know, Marky Mark.
Right.
So,
not a giant schlong. He's just a big dick.
Yeah. And so he starts out with with a home run casino, which honestly I thought was pretty legit. Yes, it's illegal. I get that, but he had a legitimate business in the beginning, and his dad's a judge, so he rained down on him and told him to shut it down.
A home run casino, not his casino was a home run.
Oh no!
Yeah, right. I'm just trying to clarify. Yeah,
I was like, I thought I said that right.
It ran from his home.
Yes.
I'm just clarifying.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
that you said it wrong.
He ran it out of his apartment.
Yes.
Actually, I think is what it
But
was.
people are big dumb animals, so I'm just trying to help our audience.
Fair,
Right.
And
For those that need the help.
Did you just insult our audience?
I mean,
we love you. So, one of his friends comes in, and he's with his work friend, and they're both stockbrokers. And the narration leads up to, sometimes I wish I never heard that knock. And that's, where the movie starts to take off. And from there, it seems awesome. And then it just ends. Throughout it, you get to see him grow as a stockbroker. You get to see what's happening with the company that he's in. And I would love to allude more to that, but spoiler alerts, so I'm not
We
going
don't
to.
do spoilers on this show.
Yeah. So,
even on 20-year-old movies.
yeah, so they go through all of that. In one way or another, he realizes he needs to stop being at this firm. Once he does, the movie ends, and there's so many questions. So many. It feels like I watched half a movie. It really does, and yeah,
And I'll agree with you. You're 100% right. And 95% of the time, I hate leaving a movie like that.
Right.
This one I enjoyed because then it let my brain just kind of figure out what went next.
I get that. I get that point of view. It wasn't like that with me, but I get it.
Our brains are different.
Yeah.
I love how it shows that these guys aren't just stockbrokers, they're degenerates.
Oh, yeah.
They gamble on everything. They do any drug they can put into their body, especially up their nose.
Yep.
The best scene of that is when they're going to that kind of retreat thing at the hotel, and Jamie Kennedy's up there, and they're like passing around cocaine.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, give me some of that cocaine, some of that chocaine, some of that motherfucking nose candy. I need that kizzy up my nizzy. He's just going on and on and on, being Jamie Kennedy.
Yeah.
But it's just, I need some of that chocaine.
There was quite a few scenes. I can't think of the movie offhand that they're sitting in a huge house, beautiful, and there's just boxes everywhere. Nothing's been unpacked. He's been there for, I think they said 2 or 3 years. And nothing is set up.
A couch, a TV, and like 7 boxes.
Yeah. And they're all sitting in front of it, and they're watching a movie, and every single character, except for the new guy, of course, walks through the movie line for line for line. And I'm like, holy crap, this is their life. It's kind of sad in a way when you're watching it, but also kind of awesome because they know it so well. But yeah, like I said, great movie. I loved it. For me, up until the end. The end was where it just kind of slapped me in the face for watching it in the first place. But I did still enjoy the movie as a whole. The next one I watched was The Kingsman.
That's what it was.
Yeah, so this one was from JT.
You're welcome.
So I'm not usually, a spy movie guy. I mean, I'll watch them, obviously, but they're not like, oh my god, this is amazing for me.
This one was based off of a comic book.
Right. So honestly, this one hit a little bit harder for me than Bond films and stuff like that I didn't really care all that much about.
I've not seen this, so I could be way off base. Is this more comedic than a typical spy movie?
It's more comic book than a spy movie, if that makes sense. So there are aspects that are exaggerated. There are things that it's like, yeah, that's just not physically possible. But things like, oh, based off a comic book.
So it's James Bond with Mr. Bean sprinkled through it.
No, that's
that's kind of what I was thinking.
No, it's
like I said, I haven't seen it. I don't know.
It's James Bond if it took place or if it was written by the writers of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a little to say Mr. Bean is
Mr. Bean. Yeah, it might be a little, but it is, I mean that's
hell
all
was that?
That's a really bad Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah,
It was terrible.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, that's what I was saying. It was more comedic, which Guardians of the Galaxy is.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's to spy movies what Guardians of the Galaxy was to the Marvel Universe. It was the comic relief. It was
Okay.
It was a little far fetched at times.
Yep.
But when you watch it, it's like, I get it.
And the action scenes, even through the comedy and through the little bit outlandish story, still kicked you in the face with awesomeness, just like Guardians, really.
Fair enough.
God, this is horrible beer.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's
bad.
nasty.
I just gave it a 1 on Untapped.
Well played.
Is there a ranking less than 1?
You can do 0.5.
You should have.
Oh, no, I gave it a 1.
All right.
I mean, it's a 10 for. It's a 354 pack with 10% alcohol. If you're broke and you want to get blitzed,
God, it lingers.
$3.50. You drank all
flavor.
4 of them, and you're out for the rest of the night. Maybe 2.
If you don't care about your liver
Yeah,
or
there's
your
that.
taste buds,
You just.
Well, you probably can't taste the second one.
I wouldn't imagine.
Just saying.
I would not. I'm still trying to stomach that last drink.
It takes a minute.
I mean, I'm 2/3 through.
Yeah,
I'm taking
I've-
big swallers.
I'm two
I've
or
got a
three
ways
drinks
to go.
through.
I'm about half.
I would guess I'm about right.
Yeah, I'm even with Steve.
For those playing the home game, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm taking big swallers.
It's
I'm trying
about
to
a
get it
third
going.
of the way down for him,
Sure,
and I'm about
yeah.
the same.
I mean, feel mine.
Jesus.
Sorry, that's just not something that goes over well on a podcast.
Hey, feel
Here.
mine.
Feel mine.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you missed a little knock
right.
after he said "feel mine."
I had to get it out.
It's mine.
So back to the Kingsman.
Awkward.
We're talking about movies?
Yeah, it was weird. So
Our cans right now.
Easy's got the biggest ones.
And I'm proud of it, sir.
All right, good for you.
I
So
successfully carry my 40 double V's.
Tell B, whatever.
Big boobs.
Whatever. You're a D cup if I ever saw one.
so the Kingsman.
I got a D cup for you.
Okay.
Anyway, I was trying to clear my throat.
Back to the Kingsman.
So that's why you're single.
Derailed. Moving on.
That never happens around here.
Wow, this rabbit hole's deep.
Rabbit hole is
I don't want to know. Stop it.
vast cornucopia of rabbit holes. As Eric wheezes when he laughs.
Trying to be quiet.
Why? It's a podcast.
I'm thinking about your neighbors.
Never understood that.
I don't know either.
So the Kingsman, for the 75th time.
Or fifth.
So what was the name of that movie you watched?
Kingsman. I heard him.
So basically, they go through and an agent dies. They got to replace him. So they have.
Spoiler alert.
Nah, not at all.
Came out in 2014. You're
Yeah,
good.
well, and it was like the first scene of the movie. It's fine.
Pretty sure it was on the preview.
It was in
Yeah.
the trailer. Yeah.
Yeah, that too. And so, anyway, they get into it, and they're like,
Come
"Oh,
on,
we
man
have
up, you got
to,
this.
we have to hold like a training exercise and initiate the new person, and blah blah blah." So each agent picks a person. They all go through, and they learn some stuff along the way. Woohoo! And they make a selection, then another person dies, and they make a secondary selection. So that's that gives you a loose foothold on everything. And of course, just like any Bond film, really, there's a masochistic villain who's trying to do things to the world. That's very broad, but if you've ever watched a Bond movie, you get it.
Masochistic?
Yeah,
He likes inflicting
You mean
pain on himself?
Maniacal?
I mean, it's a self-inflicted wound to the world, so...
You use wrong words
No,
again.
Mr. Bond, I expect you to die.
Sadistic is inflicting pains on others.
Okay,
Masochistic
sadistic.
is inflicting
You
pain
know,
on
words are
yourself.
hard, and I've got like a third of a 10%er down, and I don't really care anymore. For those of you who could hear that, it was
Did
great.
you say a third or a turd? Okay.
So, excuse me, sadistic. And so they go through that, and the his sidekick, all I could think of was from the Cat Williams special, "Po Little Tink Tink," because she does have artificial limbs that slice people in half, which is pretty cool, but still a little weird. And so, you know, they go through it and everything, and it told a decent story, but kind of like Justin alluded to, it's in a Guardians of the Galaxy kind of way. And honestly, to me, it did a good job. It told the spy movie. It had quips in it, you know, kind of comparing itself to a Bond film. Like, they were all aware of it because, you know, spies. And they did a good job of bringing it together. The villain, played by Samuel L. Jackson, he had a lisp that I could not get over.
It was fantastic.
No, he did it great, but it still pissed me off.
That
way,
means
guys.
he did it great.
Yeah, no, it was...
Kill this motherfucker.
but...
And he did drop the MF for a lot. in that
Oh,
movie.
yeah. I mean, it's Samuel L. Jackson.
Sam Jackson.
Yeah. So, you know, like I said, it did a great job of telling a story that it was trying to tell with pretty decent action scenes, although a little bit outlandish, of course. Comic book.
As they were supposed to be, right?
Right, but that's what
Supposed to
made
be
it
over the top.
That's what made it so cool.
They were called the Kingsmen because they are a British spy organization, so they are the Kings Men.
It was kind of funny. There was a scene where the main character is running through a bunch of hallways, and basically stormtrooper-esque guys are after him, and they have just the aim of stormtroopers. And
Yeah.
I found that pretty hilarious. But all in all, Kingsman, pretty good.
Is it wrong that... Let me just jump in for a second.
All right.
Is it wrong my favorite character of the Kingsman is Mark Stone?
Not necessarily. I mean...
Mine is
He holds his
absolutely
own.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Okay.
He's a horrible villain in this movie,
I love
but
how...
but he's so damn funny.
Not giving anything away, I love how he serves fast food.
Yeah,
God, that's hilarious.
and I'm not saying he's a horrible villain, like it was written wrong,
No.
or he did a terrible job. I mean, it was written perfectly. He's just, I'm in the hierarchy of villains. He's just not very good.
Yeah.
No.
That's what I love about
He
it.
plays the stone-faced good guy that doesn't give an F. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm used to seeing him in much more roles like that.
Yeah.
But he did an okay job.
Yeah, I just loved it.
I did kind of hate him a little bit, but that's kind of the point of his
Yeah,
character.
you're
No, it was,
supposed to.
it was
Right.
terrible for the right reasons.
Right,
Yeah.
right. It was kind of like Dr. Evil. I can't think of his name.
From Austin Powers.
Yes.
Dr.
Okay,
Evil.
Dr. Evil from Austin Powers. I didn't want to mess it up, but I already said it, so whatever. Moving on to The Town from Steve. So this one had a huge, well-known cast that I can't really name a lot of, so we're going to skip past that part. And everyone's
get
going to
our
get their
Google
Google
machines
machines out and back me up on this one, because that's part of the show.
You go back to taking actual notes. It'd been all right.
Oh,
Do you not have IMDb?
I do. I just don't have it pulled up. So anyways, The
Do you want me to
Town...
read them off?
I guess, why not?
Ben Affleck, John Hamm, Jeremy Renner, Blake Lively, George Campbell you'd recognize, Owen Burke you'd recognize, Titus Welliver you'd recognize, Chris Cooper. Yeah, pretty big cast.
Yeah, no, it was a great cast.
Yeah.
And it's more or less about four degenerates who rob things.
Yeah.
If you really want to put it in a tiny box. But they do armed robberies. They hit, I think it's like 6 trucks. You don't see all of this, but they elaborate on it.
They talk about it and allude
6
to it.
trucks, 2 banks, and there was
Each
something
take a
else.
drink. Sorry.
But I mean, they are professionals in what they do, and it's very apparent that they know exactly what they're doing.
The bad thing is I want to finish it before it starts getting warm, because if it gets warm, it's going to be gross.
I think what I need to do is, because that drink and why I went so hard is I sat so long between drinks, the flavor completely left my tongue.
And then you had to bear it again.
And I had to bear it again. So if I'm thinking if I just knock this out real fast while it's still fresh in the mouth, like maybe I'll screw it.
That gave me a shiver.
Oh, good Lord. How is he going to survive?
All by myself.
Done.
Good on you.
No, it burns in all the wrong ways.
It's coming back to
Let's
fight.
say I'm now down to about there.
So I've got a third left.
Like a quarter.
I've got a third left.
Oh, thank God that this had pop tabs on it, because that's the only
Otherwise, it's
saving grace of
useless.
this. Oh,
I'm sitting at half. Oh,
Yep. So anyway,
you want some water?
no.
back to not now. He's gonna cleanse his palate and then endure it again. So more or less, they go through this, and like I said, it's very apparent that they are professionals. The one kind of, punch you in the junk thing that happens throughout this entire movie is Ben Affleck falls for the bank manager that they held up in the bank who opened the vault for them. And that gives a whole bunch of issues.
That's the dynamic. I couldn't remember what the dynamic was.
Yeah. I mean, it gives a bunch of issues just because,
So you don't remember the movie at all?
I do, but it's been a minute. So I was just trying to remember the dynamic of her to him.
Yeah. And Jeremy Renner is he's just the all-around guy that you don't really want on your team because he's going to mess everything up.
Yeah.
But he's also, he's great at what he does. He's just he's a stray, more or less. He does everything the most aggressive way possible. He already served 9 years in prison, and it was for manslaughter, and you get more into that with the story. Not going to jump there. But he's already I don't give an F. I'm not going back to jail. I'm going to shoot it out, whatever. And so he's the one who finds out that Ben Affleck is with this girl, and he was also the one who could have given them away with all of his actions and every job.
Right.
And so that dynamic was cool to see. And then also going through it, trying to protect her, but she's the one that he ruined. So it's a weird redemption-esque movie. And so...
Oh, how'd that taste?
And so...
That was horrid.
If you ever
You're doing it all wrong. You gotta open your throat, relax your jaw. Don't forget to cup the balls.
That was grilled cheese and death, wasn't it?
It was death.
If you ever needed to wipe from a burp, that would be it.
Sir, you have no room to talk about wiping. We've heard what you do on this show.
Yeah, but it never came out of my mouth.
Can you guys stop talking
He
about
makes
it?
it sound that's better.
Just stop talking about it.
Are you still only at half?
Nut up and finish it, man. Let's go.
I don't want to. I'm gonna, but I don't want to.
So
I didn't want it either.
the town was
Take my mind away from
a
this.
great robbery, weird-esque buddy cop, I guess you could say. Just the dynamic between them, but in the opposite form of cop. And, it came together pretty well. Through the ending, it kind of shat on me. I'm so sorry we're walking all over this movie. You are.
It's a really, really good movie.
It is.
But this beer is fucking death.
All right.
So, for show reasons,
Yeah.
we have to have a bomb every so often. They can't all be winners.
Right. No,
No.
and we don't want winners all the time. We want genuine reactions.
Right.
It's no fun if we're like, yeah, this one's good. So is this one. This one's great. I like this one. This one's good too. But when we get Earthquake...
We do this for the listeners,
I'm about right.
so they know never to buy this beer.
I'm about 4/5 of
Ever.
the way through this beer. And I am choking
Nope,
this
I
thing
still
down.
got a third left.
Yeah,
This
but
is
you've
gonna
been
suck.
talking.
Right.
So you have an excuse.
I've been trying.
I am just not wanting the impending doom that's in this
Yeah.
game.
The quicker you finish, the quicker it's over.
Quicker I might shit myself.
Yeah, I had to
This
get
thing
it.
is horrible.
I had to get rid of it completely.
There it is.
We're gonna start taking out for counters.
Yeah. So,
the sooner we get to the next beer, the less quarters we'll be throwing in.
so the town
we're waiting on you.
The Town from Steve. Good
We're
movie.
waiting on him, actually.
Yeah, I keep trying to, but this beer is kicking
we
me
don't
in the
do
teeth.
beer 2 until he's done with his
I'm telling
movies.
you, the flavors of this beer, my taste buds and my teeth are having a fight club right now. Nobody wants to win. They're throwing punches.
And so the last one from our listener, Dustin, from the Sister Podcast.
Poor guy.
So, Motherless Brooklyn. I have seen the beginning of this movie just because I remember the first half, but past that, I didn't really watch much else. I don't know what was happening at the time. I just remember the beginning. And so you get into the movie and...
push.
Thanks.
Morty.
And so you get into the movie and he has Tourette's syndrome. And back in the 1950s, nobody knew what that was. They just said his head was sick.
Right.
And so he says, I mean, honestly, he says some funny things. And I wish I would have written some of them down just because, God, they're hilarious. But going through the whole thing, he is basically a PI, but not a sanctioned PI. I don't really know how to put it. They call him a snoop.
Yeah.
And I mean, in the 50s, you just followed people. You found things out. You found things out that you weren't supposed to know.
Out, demon spirit.
And you kind of, I don't know, you tore apart the fabric of society just to try and find the truth. And that's more or less what they do throughout this whole movie. But in the beginning, the boss dies, played by Bruce Willis. And I mean, he played a typical Bruce Willis character. I thought he did a great job in where he was.
Right.
And throughout the entire movie, just seeing the evolution of what was his partner but is now the main character, seeing his movement, because he was already smart, but he becomes the Bruce Willis-esque character, the expert in everything through step-by-step process. Now, this is a movie that really makes you think about what happened.
Yeah.
It makes you do your own investigation into the characters, into the plot, into what's happening behind the scenes, makes you put kind of pieces together. It gives you like 3/4 of the puzzle, and then it makes you assemble the rest.
Huh.
So this could end up a bunch of different ways for a bunch of different people. Aaliyah hated it. I liked it a lot. For me, it really made you think, and I like the movies that kind of just go, well, good luck, bud.
Right.
Not in the way that Boiler Room did.
Sorry, that came back through my nose.
Not in the way that Boiler Room did, because it just kind of left you at a drop of a hat and went, all right, we're done. But Motherless... yeah. But Motherless Brooklyn took it a couple steps further, gave people a direction to go, and gave a slight, very, very slight resolution to the story itself, and it was a very realistic ending to me. So, again, because of that, Motherless Brooklyn, to me, was awesome. It's a newer movie, so if you haven't seen it, definitely take a pick. So,
on to the ranking.
With the ranking. So we're going to start off, of course, at 4th.
That's kind of how that last burp that came through my nose. You know how you trailed off at the end? You know how sometimes when you burp, and you try and hold it in, it'll come through like your tear ducts?
Oh.
That's kind of how that last one went. It just trailed off and came through the tear ducts. That's why you saw me put my head on the microphone. For those that watch the video later, at about the, 54-minute mark, if you see me just about to die.
That's why.
That's because the
Had a beer coming out the eye
smell
socket.
of that beer was coming through my tear ducts. And it was brutal.
And we're using the term beer very loosely.
Very loosely.
Somebody in Untapped gave it a 4 out of 5.
That was the chick that drinks it
ridiculous.
often.
Anybody can get a smartphone. Keep that in mind.
True.
Yeah. I bet it tastes better out of a paper bag.
I bet it doesn't.
Maybe if you drank it through filtered 8 paper bags, maybe.
Through the paper.
Yes, through the paper bag.
People who haven't brushed their teeth in years think it tastes okay.
And they come out with perfectly clean teeth. Knocks all the fuzz off.
It's like Coke with a battery terminal.
All right, on to the ranking.
Yes, so back to that. So, for those of you who couldn't tell with the way that I told the story, Boiler Room got 4th. Doesn't mean it's a bad movie. It was a great movie, but the way that it ended felt like someone just walked up to me and said, "Hi, how you doing?" So at the beginning, and punched me in the dick. So
I need a winner because that's 3/4 in a row.
I'm sorry. It's your picks.
Sad.
Pick better movies, Eric.
Dude, they're all great movies.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. They're
it's
good
this
movies.
jackwagon doesn't know how to rank them right.
They're good movies. It's what they come up against and a couple of demeaning qualities.
You lost to one called Motherless Brooklyn.
The funny thing about this is when I heard Boiler Room, I could have swore it was JT's pick because he's been trying to get me to watch that movie for at least a decade.
No, it's a great movie.
And I still haven't seen it.
hate the ending.
And that's where it fell in this
Yeah.
this pantheon of
Right.
movies this week.
Yeah. But no, by all means, great movie. I am not a fan of the ending. That's why this one got torched.
I get that.
So, next up is actually going to be The Town.
Ouch!
Wow.
It's over.
Ouch!
I finished the beer.
So don't get me wrong. The Town, again, great movie.
Oh, that's gross. I'm sorry.
But there were some scenes that just kind of nah, to me.
Honestly, it's been a while since I've seen it, and I remember, like, after I watched it, I remember really liking it.
Oh, and yeah, no, I loved it.
But that's kind of the MO of that movie, of all the reviews, is there's just a handful of scenes that are just so underwhelming.
Yeah.
It doesn't take away from the movie.
No,
but
it's just meh.
they kind of stick out.
Yeah. But the action scenes are very action-y, if you can say that.
Right.
I mean, they do a good job of where they're supposed to be. And
Right.
Man, I need to stop giving him Jeremy Renner movies.
You need to, yeah.
Shits all over them.
Yeah.
But the story itself, it was okay. It lacked a little bit, but the way that everything was tied up was semi-nice. So that was kind of why that one got a 3rd. And then second is actually going to be Motherless Brooklyn.
What the F?
Yeah.
We live in the damn Twilight Zone.
So for me, this one just had a great story. I love the way movies make you think.
We're in the damn
Is
Twilight
that 3
Zone.
in a row?
Stop talking. Stop.
But compared to the Kingsman, I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy was my favorite Marvel movie, and you combine that with a Bond film, I mean, you can't go very wrong.
Winner.
And so,
That's like a sweep for, like, this iteration between, like, when I had to do movie reviews.
Wait.
Because you're giving movies again tonight.
Wait. Has that ever happened before?
No.
Winner.
Oh, well, I might have done it, like, forever ago. But...
No, I might have done it. You know, back like 7 months ago.
That's a first for you.
Oh, look at him trying to undermine my success.
No, because I had a stretch, man, where I just couldn't lose.
Oh, I just won them all. It's like 2 months straight.
I mean, he can say what he wants, but he's right.
I mean,
I was there. I ranked them.
I was giving him Full Metal Jacket. I mean, come on.
Yeah, you were giving him a full $50, maybe. That's how you got up there that far.
Full reach round, maybe.
Right? Whoa.
What?
I meant the movie.
Prison is a trying time. Leave him alone.
So yeah, that
we're not proud of.
That was where things worked out, and we're gonna move on from that quickly.
That got weird.
Winner.
Yeah.
He brought it
Congratulations.
up. Thank you.
That was a really good run you had for the month of April.
I mean, it's
good
not
month.
wrong.
It's a good month. A lot of good people were born in that month.
So we're picking for Steve this week.
We were picking for Steve this week.
Okay.
That's how I feel about that.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Okay, I got it. Maybe. So, who we gonna have first?
I'm
You.
getting
Okay.
Well,
so,
why does he gotta go first?
Because
he gave me that absolute dog shit last time.
all right, we're out of quarters, so easy. We're going to debt over here.
Hey, I brought a whole bunch and didn't use any last week, so I'm making up for it.
I brought $10 of quarters. I used like 75 cents worth of them.
I go first.
All right.
all right, go for it.
Well, I mean, he did win the month of April, so that's only fair.
Sorry.
I was giving it to him because he lost the cook-off. But
That one got stuck in the throat. For my pick for Steve.
What she said? That too.
Yeah. The Bourne Identity.
Damn. Yeah, I've not seen it. Is that the first one?
Yes.
Tell me
That's the first one.
Okay.
The Bourne Identity. Winner.
Come on.
4 weeks in a row.
So
Wait, who won your week with last time?
Who won it?
Yeah. I'm not sitting on 4 in a row, am I?
You did.
Boom! Like that rhetorical question?
Because I just remember he gave me crap. Absolute
I
crap.
did. Yeah, it said trash
And
in
he
my
gave
list.
me a decent movie that was just kind of lacking.
I gave him Chef last week.
Chef, and what the hell did you give me?
It doesn't matter. I won with it.
Whatever it was, it won.
I won.
Oh, it was Panic Room. Yeah, you
Yeah.
absolutely won that.
Yeah, you weren't up against much.
Dude, I Barry Bonds that one out of the park.
I tried my hardest to hit the catcher with my bat. Just totally retarded.
Yeah, you did.
And he still missed.
Yeah, you did.
And it went into the stands and
Yeah.
smacked a little old lady and killed her.
No,
and thanks for that, jerk.
He, what's the guy's name? Span is the last name. Why am I drawing a blank? Baseball player.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. But I can't think of
Yeah,
his first name.
Devon is what's coming, but it's not Devon. But
No, it's
anyway,
not.
Devonji.
in spring training a few years back, he fouled one off and it landed right in between his mom and his sister. And then the very next pitch, the bat slipped out of his hands and he hit his mom and his sister.
At least he was.
Denard Span.
Yes.
It's Denard Span.
At least he was consistent.
Yeah, no, you Denard Span that one on last time with him.
Do you you have that, don't you?
What?
Born Identity.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just in case. I mean,
Well, I say that a lot.
I was gonna say
if I can stream it for free, I kind of prefer that. But
Right.
if
Well,
I can't,
Find out and let me know.
Yeah.
It's not like I don't see you every freaking day anyway.
I'll look at it.
I was gonna say, yeah, he says that on a lot of movies, and I never really.
Well,
get
no,
one.
I've said that on several too, and there was only one that I actually had
Oh
that
my
you
God.
didn't get, and whatever. It doesn't matter.
It tastes like, you know, when you
Don't just no.
when you burp up pinto
No.
beans.
I said no.
Have you seen Passengers?
Ooh, Passengers. Is
That's
that
one I wanted to see.
Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have.
Okay.
That's one I want to see.
I didn't. I mean, it
Haven't.
it wasn't bad. It was kind of there.
Have you seen Spencer Confidential?
I've never even heard of it. Who is
Mark Wahlberg.
Spencer?
Confidential.
It's on Netflix.
It's a good one. I like that movie.
And thanks to you, I can watch that. So cool.
Yeah, so we'll go with Spencer Confidential.
Okay, so I don't remember.
You better not give me dog crap too.
I'm really trying not to. Honestly, I am. I don't know if you had said you had seen this one or what exactly happened with it. But have you seen Six Underground?
Yeah, it was the very first one I ever gave him.
Okay, see, that's why I knew it was brought up. I knew that I had watched it. Didn't remember where it fell.
Right.
The other one that, again, I'm not so sure about, but I would like you to see if you haven't, Arrival.
That sounds familiar.
Speech pathologist, aliens.
Jeremy Renner and
Oh, you like a movie with Jeremy Renner in it? Weird.
Arrival's
to kick
actually
you back
really
with
good.
Yeah.
Amy Adams.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Jeremy Renner and Amy Adams.
To kick you back with a Jeremy Renner movie, you know.
I don't think I've seen that.
All right.
That's a tough week.
Well, there we are.
That's a tough week.
And they're all different.
Yeah, no.
completely.
I was hoping to say
Is
that
that
one
is
for a
that
good
why
week.
it's so tough? Because
Yeah, but they're all good.
I mean, they're not. You got Born Identity,
Spy movie.
Spencer Confidential.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
No, it's a good movie. That's what I'm saying. They're all three really good.
Arrival's
Arrival.
on Prime. That's included according to this.
Cool.
And it's a mind number kind of movie.
It's really. I mean, it's really good though.
Yeah, no, it takes a second, but it's real good.
Yeah, no, everything ties up nicely in that
Yeah.
movie.
It's kind of a.
It gets a happy little bow at the end.
It's a slow build.
The Born Identity is on Peacock, and I have your login on my phone.
Don't watch it on Peacock because it's got commercials.
Yeah,
and
yeah, I don't.
Their movies all have commercials.
Well,
Yep,
well,
just
then,
like Voodoo.
well, then if you have the DVD, I would
should.
appreciate it.
I should.
If not, I can spend $4 and get it on Prime. It's no big deal.
I should have it. Anyway.
All right.
That's a good one.
So movies are out of the way.
Son of a bitch! Give me a drink!
Why do you want that beer so bad?
Because he's thirsty, dummy.
What's that from? That because he's thirsty, dummy. What's that from?
The first Smokey and the Bandit.
That's okay.
Wow.
Why is this so awkward to get? There we go.
I don't know.
All right, so beer number 2, and I know at least 3 of us are going to probably enjoy it.
Oh, it smells so amazing.
Okay, after you make me drink this Booze Farm and
Hold
Bud
on.
Light mixture,
Hold on.
I get a freaking
Hold
sour.
on.
You son of a
I didn't know how terrible that was going to be, and we all paid for it.
Yeah, we did.
So our second one is from
No, actually, it's not that bad. It's
Finch Beer Company. It is Galactic Coyote. It's a kettle sour brewed with watermelon and Thai basil.
It is absolutely a kettle.
The watermelon does come out a lot, which helps it.
I'm not awarding myself with anything yet because I still haven't finished Earthquake and I don't want to muddle it.
No,
You better
don't.
finish your Earthquake,
They're both
sip some
gross.
water, and then go into the Coyote.
They're both gross. It doesn't matter.
So, I haven't even cracked mine yet. Oh, it sounds crispy.
Crispy?
That's what he said.
Ooh, I get the watermelon and the basil.
It's good.
I
just got the watermelon.
The watermelon is very pronounced.
Yeah.
It's still not good, and I love watermelon.
Okay, so you get the watermelon. I legit get the basil.
I got watermelon on mine too.
Good deal. I love layered beers.
Burrs?
Burrs. That tends getting to me a little bit.
The earthquake's getting to me.
Yeah.
Right,
No,
sure.
it's a good sour. I mean, it's not your traditional punch in the mouth sour.
No, it doesn't linger. It doesn't grab on a bite.
It's not as disgusting as most of your disgusting sours are, but it's still kind of disgusting.
It's not our fault you don't like good beers.
No, but I
do like good beers. I don't
get,
like sour beers.
I get a hint of watermelon, but I get a lot of basil. Maybe the next drink will be watermelon.
Man, for me, it was straight up watermelon.
I smell the watermelon.
Which should help it. I love watermelon. But it's
anybody want to talk?
But it's got that sour.
I was drinking.
Not really.
No, I mean, I get more basil than I get watermelon out of it, but I like it. It's great.
On that particular drink, which was my third, yeah, it was pretty basily.
Oh, it's getting more difficult.
Would you man up and finish it?
Dude, you're just making it worse by not finishing it off. With it getting warm, like the warmer it got, the worse it was.
You literally have 2 giant swallows. Just
I know, I'm building up the courage.
Just squash it. Let's go. Come on. We got better things to do than watch you wince over beer.
Speaking of...
Shut up! I watched you guys the whole time.
Speaking of...
Oh, yeah? What do you
Your
got?
top 5, let's go!
You're welcome.
So I got the top 5 this week.
Yes, sir.
And I made it about as complicated as possible.
You did.
It
It's
was-
like a Rubik's Cube wrapped in a crossword puzzle.
It was really difficult to explain, even though the idea came to me and it seems so simple. But it's really difficult to explain. Basically,
You really lost that one, didn't you?
I didn't have control over it.
don't lose to the wine beer.
All right, now drink some water so you can enjoy the other one.
I'm trying. Just give me a minute.
All right, so for my top 5, I came up with 5 different categories, I guess.
They're all threaded through the same vein.
Exactly, which is why it all works. But
I only got 4.
these are characters that we want, that we would like to portray. Like if given the opportunity, and Justin and I were both in a theater class, drama class, whatever you want to call it, in high school. We were actors at that time. And,
Yep.
Yeah, I only got
and
4.
I enjoyed doing that a lot. If I were given the opportunity to
What'd I miss?
to be an actor and to portray different characters in these categories, these are the characters that I would want to be. And the categories that I picked were the MCU,
Marvel Cinematic Universe,
Star Wars,
Star Wars.
any movie that you pick,
What he said.
any TV show or series that you
Same
pick,
thing.
Run it back.
and the last one we picked a movie where we would have to cast all 4 of us.
All of us. Sorry.
Dude, you get your Captain Obvious badge today. That's for damn sure.
I had to finish it out.
The best backup singer I've ever heard.
For those who don't know what the MCU is. For those who don't know what the MCU is.
For those of you that don't know what the MCU is, you have not been listening to our show.
But
Or
really,
been around for the last 13 years.
I want a badge when I do that whenever you make the video that just says Radio Gold. That's it. It's just like right up here above my head. Radio Gold. Bing. Anyway.
See what I can do.
So I sent out a message to the guys telling them what I was going to do.
See.
And I want their answers as well.
Okay.
So, starting with, I guess we'll start with...
What the F is the mascot doing down here? You going...
I grabbed her tail.
Oh, that... Okay.
Yeah.
She snapped around like...
It was on the verge of hitting me in the dink.
Gotcha.
So I made sure it did not.
After I got slapped in between the thighs last week. I'm like,
That
good
thing's
Lord.
a club.
It is.
Anyway.
All right.
So I'm gonna start with the franchise that I personally have the least amount of interest in.
Oh, Star Wars.
Yep, Star Wars.
So we're gonna go with Star Wars.
Like how we all knew that.
We're gonna go with Star Wars. If I could have played, just to further explain,
Oh, my knee.
Oh, you're welcome.
aren't you
she
used
didn't.
to
I
that by
did.
now?
God, it hurts.
Aren't you used to that by now?
I am, but it still hurts like hell every time I do it.
Like your knee is trash, dude.
I know.
Your knees sound worse than his, and I know his JT's are absolute garbage too.
Oh,
No, they're not.
Now
I got
they're
something sad to tell you about that.
They're not absolute garbage. Not very good, but
So on a quick side note,
yeah.
I found out today they are selling the building that we used to both work at. All the 3 of us.
Yeah,
used to work at.
yeah.
Really?
I heard about that.
They-
They're moving somewhere downtown, and everybody's going to be working from home.
Yeah, found that out today.
The downtown facility is just going to be for training.
Really?
My mom still works there. That's why I know this.
Okay.
Really?
But
Yeah, I found out today.
yeah. So Star Wars.
All right, so Star Wars. So who do you want to be in the colossality that is the Star Wars universe?
Unfortunately, my favorite character in Star Wars probably has one of the shortest amount of screen time.
If you say Jar Jar Binks, I swear to God.
Damn it! He's still
No, I
not
said
under-
shortest
either-
screen time.
It's either Jar Jar or Darth Maul.
It's shortest screen time.
BB-8.
IG-11.
Absolutely phenomenal character. And if I had the move, we're suspending reality on this.
Yeah.
I can't pull this off. But if I could, I would absolutely 1000% want to be Darth Maul.
Yeah.
Absolutely freaking love that.
I thought he was
character.
a badass from the first time I saw him.
Loved that character.
He has a very pronounced story arc in Star Wars Rebels,
Yeah.
Star Wars The Clone Wars, which are the animated series, and they really do a very good job of diving into his backstory and really just letting his character blossom. But in the movies, which is what most people watch,
Ray
it's
Park.
very short.
Ray Park is amazing.
What's crazy is he can still do everything that Darth Maul does.
Absolutely.
Whoa.
Simmer down now.
That made my...
That
Is that the
may-
dog or your
Dude,
ass?
that may
Yes.
make the tape.
Guarantee it.
I'm about to lean. I'm about to.
Other dog, you didn't like it.
Wow.
The mascot getting protective of the
No,
show.
so Darth Maul. Yeah, I mean Darth Maul's great.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if you're the casual fan like you are,
Like I am.
and you just see and all you know is what you saw in Phantom Menace, then most people would be it's kind of a throwaway, blah blah blah. But if you know Clone Wars and Rebels, and you know the extensive backstory that is Darth Maul,
Yeah.
then you absolutely it's a great pick.
I just love the guy. I mean, yes, I'm absolutely solely basing this off of what I saw in Phantom Menace because I never saw whatever the hell you just said.
It's two animated series.
Yeah, that's
I'm
probably why.
probably never gonna see that.
Yep.
And that's fine.
Because they're
I mean,
animated.
and I'm just not that into Star Wars. I never have been. I included this really honestly for you guys because I knew that you were all.
Aw, thanks, buddy. We appreciate you.
I knew that you were all.
I wouldn't say all. I'm kind of in between them and you. Like, I respect it, but I don't care about it all that much.
Fair enough.
God, the mascot's making a lot of noise.
She is just
So-
mean about this, too.
So because we have this category, and so we can have a build up. If you're done,
I'm done.
I'm gonna go next.
No,
because
we'll go clockwise on this one.
because of level of care on this. It goes him and then me, and then it's between you guys. I really don't know who has.
I would
about-
guess.
about
I would
50-50.
guess. And this is just a guess. Me, you, JT, easy.
I would think Easy would top it off, but I don't know. JT might surprise us. So,
I will.
For me, it ends up being Kid Anakin. Like, don't get me wrong, filling him out throughout the story, not my cup of tea. I don't want to murder children. But Kid Anakin gets to race pod racers. And it's so cool!
And that kid that played him was pretty terrible.
Yeah, he was. But, I mean, in general, I just want to drive one of those. It looks so fun.
That would be fun.
I'd probably die, but it's cool.
I remember when Phantom Menace came out, a lot of people were like complaining about that scene because it was too long. And I was like, that was the best part of the movie. Like, I was absolutely entertained by it.
There was an entire PC game made solely for that point.
Pod races?
Yes! It was Star Wars Episode 1 Racers. And I played that for like 2 years straight.
It's a fun game.
It was so fun.
Really
It sounds like
so
it would
fun.
be.
It's like Mario Kart and Star Wars World.
Yeah. No, it's awesome. So
fantastic.
that's my pick for Star Wars. Let's see what JT or Easy brings up. Whichever one's going next. I don't know.
So, this one was actually pretty difficult for me.
As I assumed it would be.
Yeah, what he said, but in my voice.
And really?
Yeah.
How was it difficult for you, sir?
No. For you.
Oh, okay.
I figured it would be difficult for you.
And it really was, because there's
a million
so
people.
Oh, yeah.
freaking many options.
Right.
Especially if you like grape soda.
Not wrong. You're not wrong.
It is kind of funny that you and I both picked some like off the same movie.
Yeah. No,
And that movie's not even
it's not
that great.
Yeah, it's not that great. The first one was all right.
And I went very back and forth through 3 characters and worked it down to 2. And I finally settled on 1. And for me, I would really like to be Luke between episode 6 and 7.
So the Lost Years.
Exactly.
When he's starting his own Jedi Academy.
And we
6 is Jedi, 7 is
Force Awakens.
Yeah.
So all that time that we don't know what Luke is doing.
So there's not a show series.
There's no canon.
Animated.
There is canon, but there's nothing that we've seen yet.
There's nothing official canon. There's a lot of graphic novels that they put out. There's a lot of comics.
And I'm really hoping that with what we saw in the season finale of The Mandalorian, it's going to open that chapter up.
Well, because that fits in the time frame that you're talking about, doesn't
yes.
it? Okay.
That is literally that is the only thing visual that we have during that time period.
Well, that's the only thing that ranks it.
That series
puts it in the rankings. Yeah.
That series, The Mandalorian, is by far the best thing that ever came out of Star Wars.
Well,
ever.
Favreau directed. Well, he executive produced all of it. I think he only directed.
He directed the first season.
No, he didn't. No, he did not.
Most
he directed
the first
episode 1 of the first season.
He was the
Taika
executive.
Waititi, Ron Howard's daughter.
I thought
Why
they
can't I
came
think of her
in-
name all of a sudden?
I thought they came in the
Dallas
second
Howard?
season.
No.
He did the first episode. Then he was
There is an entire Disney series of the Directors Roundtable where Dave Filoni, the guy I can't think of his name, Bryce Dallas Howard, Jon Favreau, Taika Waititi, they all sat down and talked about everything that they did when they did the directing of John's vision.
It's amazing how their fandom led them to be right. Their fandom led them to be directors of most of the series.
Yeah.
See, the funny thing is I haven't even seen all 9 movies. I'm too shy. I haven't seen episodes 8 or 9.
And anybody that ever asked me, watch them in cinematic order, not chronological order, otherwise you're watching them wrong.
And that makes sense because they were released that way and the story unfolds that way. Everybody's
yes. And if you watch them in chronological order, I swear to God, you need to be put in an asylum because it's wrong.
Well, I mean, we might get to this in a minute, but I watched the MCU in chronological order after having watched it in the order that it was released, and it didn't add any value.
So
to me,
watching the MCU in chronological order actually, for the fan, makes a whole lot more sense because it
except
steps
the
it out.
Like,
exactly, except for the cutscenes and some of the other stuff.
But the cutscenes are so important to the Infinity arc.
Yeah, I agree.
They get to be.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
watching Star Wars in chronological order, for me, you lose so much because you see all the pretty things in the prequels, and then you go back to the stop motion and the really gritty stuff that they did in 4, 5, and 6, which that is the heart of Star Wars, and they got back to a little bit in the sequels. But I feel if you watch it in anything other than theatrical release order, you're watching Star Wars wrong.
Well, and kind of on what you said, if you watch it in chronological, you're not going to appreciate 4, 5, and 6.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, I would think they'd lose a lot of value
because theatrically they're very underwhelming. Story-wise, is the guts of 4, 5, and 6. If you watch them after 1, 2, and 3, you're not gonna care.
Yeah. So.
Fair enough.
So to show my fandom, I have 2 entries for this one.
Okay.
The first one, because it's so obscure that nobody would get it, but he's by far my favorite character in all of Star Wars. The second one is because everybody would recognize him, and you'd be like, oh yeah, I get why you picked that one. So the first one, his name is Nien Nunb. You might recognize him.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But you don't know his name. He's got a very small part in it. Dude, I love this guy. He plays Lando Calrissian's co-pilot in Empire.
Yeah.
And he's no clue what he says, but you can absolutely pick up his spirit,
attitude. Oh,
his
yeah.
attitude and everything. Dude's like, all right, let's just go. Let's wreck these guys. I'm in.
Yeah. I'm with you on that one. That's
Nien
fantastic.
Nunb is amazing. I love this guy. He makes a brief appearance in a couple of different of the series. Mm-hmm. But the one that everybody would recognize, you're like, yeah, I get why you picked him. Come on, it's Han Solo. Everybody wants to be Han Solo.
I mean,
Han Solo.
See, Han Solo.
We got Luke and Han.
Han didn't even make my top 3.
Oh, Han would have absolutely been my top 3.
If Princess
he probably. I can't sit here and say for sure that he'd be my number 2. I can't sit and say for sure he'd be my number 2, but he is easily in my top 3.
Oh yeah.
For me, it came down to Luke or Obi. And again, for Obi, for the lost years.
Right.
I want to know what happened between...
Wasn't he dead?
No, I want to know what happened...
Theoretically, yes.
I literally want to know what happened between episode 3 and episode 4.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about between 9 or whatever the hell it is.
7 and 8.
Yeah, those 2.
From the text, I will not say a name. Star Wars only goes theatrically. Anyone that watches in chrono should be jailed.
Fantastic. Whoever that is, you get a gold freaking star for the day.
Well, I report to him in about 13 hours.
All right. Well, you get a gold star for the day and the week now.
Anyway,
I'm just handing out gold stars.
moving on.
Oh, Star Wars.
We got 30-ish minutes.
All right. For the next one, I picked...
always go over anyway. So
Yeah, we always go over.
For the next one, I picked MCU. And for this one, it doesn't matter if it's an existing character that's already been in a movie or if it's somebody that has not been in a movie yet, but probably will be at some point in its existence because the MCU is never going to die. It's too awesome.
Right.
The character that I picked has been my favorite character in any Marvel comic, period.
Red Skull.
No.
Damn it!
Swing and a miss.
He's Cajun. He's one of Xavier's boys. It is.
Right.
I used it as my example because that's my pick. Gambit.
That's exactly why I did not pick him.
Yeah.
From the X-Men.
Okay.
Just his abilities.
Gambit is always just fun to watch.
His
abilities.
attitude is all the
His I don't give an
Yeah.
F about anything and anyone,
Yeah.
except for maybe Rogue sometimes.
That's great.
Who does that sound like? Oh yeah, me.
Yeah.
And he's funny. Like
Yeah.
I mean, he's quick-witted. He's funny. He's got awesome abilities. Like everything about Gambit is amazing.
If they would have done Gambit in the original X-Men, I was lobbying hard for Harry Connick Jr. to play him.
Oh my
that would have been
God,
a good pick. I never even thought of that.
Because this is Independence Day era when he was just getting into acting, but he's from New Orleans. So he's got that Cajun French kind of dialect to him. He's not, but he can.
Oh, he can. Because I've heard him do it.
Yeah, I've heard him in interviews do it. But he fits the bill. He fits the look. He would have been perfect.
Terry Connick's a good pick.
Yeah.
Like, I thought Channing Tatum was a decent pick.
No, and Channing Tatum would have been great if they would
But
have done
Harry
it when he
Connick
turned
trumps
it up.
that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I never even thought of it. Like,
He's
that's
always
a good
been my
Still
pick, but
sad
now
too
he's...
that the Channing Tatum never actually got off the ground like it was supposed to.
Right.
Who's to say that it still won't?
It's been shelved so many times.
But Disney owns it now.
I get that.
And when Disney wants, Disney gets.
I know, but it may not be Channing Tatum at
Probably
this point.
not.
It's probably going to be somebody younger.
Yeah, I was
Probably
gonna
will
say
be.
he's too old at this
Depending
point.
on what they actually do with mutants when they actually introduce them.
Yeah, if they plan on stretching the X-Men out like I think they will, they're probably going to go with someone younger.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're gonna talk fandom, I'm really looking forward to what they do with X-Men.
Yup.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
So with my MCU pick, there's a bunch of different ways this could go just because of the universe it has in itself.
Right.
Not just the Marvel universe, but it has its own Spidey-verse.
Okay.
Okay, well,
So I'm gonna go with Spider-Man, but from like Spider-Man: Homecoming post Tony Stark. Because
Far From Home, Spider-Man.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I mixed them up. Sorry. Far From Home, Tom Holland.
You're talking the Tom Holland.
Yes,
stuff.
yes.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna go with that.
Absolutely.
Just because I mean,
That's not a terrible pick for him.
No.
In his own, he has so much power.
Absolutely.
He doesn't know where it's gonna go. He doesn't know how to use it. But he could easily, besides Ant-Man, which is very underrated in his power structure, and I hate a lot of things to do with Ant-Man, but if you really delve into the powers, he's got to be one of the most powerful. But Spider-Man is going to be a close second.
The thing with Spider-Man is that they have not even... It's not even Ice Cube off of the tip of the iceberg, of the giant iceberg.
And that's my thing.
Of the powers that Spider-Man has. He is one of the strongest members of the MCU.
Exactly.
But he's up there.
Oh, yeah.
When it comes to actual physical strength and ability, yes.
Yes. And then you got his agility, you got the Spidey sense of being able to sense things. He's been vastly underused.
So to me, it's going to go Captain Marvel, Ant-Man, and then Spider-Man as far as strength.
Actual physical strength.
Yes, because, I mean, don't get me wrong, Hulk is there in the mix, but there's a lot of different iterations of Hulk, so I don't know where to put him.
If you get, like, Worldbreaker Hulk...
Okay.
Literally is stronger than Superman?
Yeah. Okay, so he plays in there somehow, and Spider-Man gets kicked out. But my thing
But I get what you're saying, though. I get what you're saying.
Hulk and Spider-Man have always been comparable in strength.
Right. But my new age Spider-Man
Green
that
Hulk,
everyone...
yes. Grey Hulk and Worldbreaker, no.
There you go. Right. Okay. But my thing is, my age group probably... Well, actually, most of the people I know, which are younger than me, haven't seen Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
Thankfully.
I'm taking him completely out of the equation. Though...
Well, if you talk about Spider-Man 1 and 2 and ignore emo Spider-Man from 3, absolutely.
What's wrong with Topher?
God,
what's wrong with Topher?
Shut up, or I'm gonna throw you off the balcony.
He's a very mediocre Venom.
He is the absolute worst pick possible for Eddie Brock.
Yes.
He played a terrible Eddie Brock.
Very much
I mean, and honestly, in MCU, Venom probably would be my number 2.
Yeah.
Well, and Sony's Venom is actually not bad.
Oh, yeah. No, Ed Hardy's awesome.
Tom Hardy is fantastic.
Ed Hardy
makes terrible
tattoo
clothes.
artist.
Yeah, Ed Hardy made great clothes and tattoos.
Yeah.
So.
I honestly have no idea where that came from.
But yeah, so my pick is new age Tom Holland Spider-Man just because there's so much to bring to it.
Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Looking very much forward to No Way Home in December.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not.
Same.
I absolutely am, because
I want to see how far they push it.
If they do what they're talking about doing with the actual live-action Spider-Verse and they do it the right way, I think it kicks open the door for Sinister Six, a much bigger...
Sinister Six. Not
Thank you.
Not Sinister Sticks.
Yeah, I heard that too.
A much bigger
Stick with
Spider-Man
stickers.
universe when we're talking about Miles Morales, Spider-Gwen, the whole
Morales.
9 yards. I absolutely want to see them pull this off the
If
right
they
way.
don't use Nicolas Cage as Spider
Man
Noir,
Oh my god, he did such a good job.
come on!
Oh my god, he did such a good job.
Sorry.
So
Had to make up for Ghost Rider.
It'll be the
Yeah.
best thing that he's done in 25 years.
yeah,
Oh,
it will
God.
be.
Wow.
So,
At least since National Treasure.
Don't pick Kingpin.
I'm not.
Good.
That
No,
would be
and-
typecasting. And he's not going to beat Vincent D'Onofrio.
No. Oh god, no. He was built for that character.
God, no.
That's what I heard too.
So
Thank you.
this may be a surprise.
Okay.
Wolverine.
Storm.
Rogue.
I want to be Happy Hogan.
Really? Wow. Happy Hogan.
You want to know why?
Absolutely, I
can
want to know why.
absolutely see that.
You want to know why?
He's the release
I'm not
valve.
saying you're wrong, but I just don't get it.
Literally, Happy's got the keys to the kingdom.
Yes.
He's Iron Man's best friend.
Right?
Yeah.
He has access to everything that the Avengers have access to.
Yep.
Right.
He has been entrusted with the protection of Pepper and Tony's daughter.
Yeah.
He knows
And Peter
more.
Parker.
He exactly. He
Right,
knew,
right.
He knew about Peter before anybody else in the Avengers knew about Peter.
He is kind of the
He literally is
pretty
the
significant cog.
He's the gatekeeper.
In all honesty, he is the glue.
Yeah.
And he is so easily overlooked.
Yeah,
so
I mean, his-
overwhelmed too.
That too, yeah.
I think what really swung me in the way of Happy was his character in Iron Man 3.
Yeah, I get that.
I mean, he did not have a place at that time.
That was definitely the movie that developed that character more so
Yeah.
than any
Oh,
other
for
movie.
sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
He lost his place. Tony was literally in his garage just making suits all the time. He really didn't have a place as head of security anymore because of all the technology of that, and so he didn't have a place. And when he started going down that path and doing his own thing, and then almost got blowed up, and everything was then brought together about, okay, well, this is really about Happy and what happened to Happy. I think Happy is who I'd want to be.
That's an interesting pick. That's not one that I think many people would say.
No, because everybody
Happy
wants
too.
superpowers, or they want to be
Yeah.
a superhero. Happy is a freaking superhero. I don't care who you tell. I mean, he may be in a coma watching Downtown Abbey on mute, but Happy is a superhero.
No, I'm just.
And he
That's
gets
an interesting
cheeseburgers for
pick.
everybody that needs cheeseburgers.
He does.
Yeah,
Burger
yeah.
King is his friend.
Hell. Yeah.
Have you seen Happy?
Right?
Of course it is.
No. Happy Hogan.
Hey, John Favreau. I mean, you can't go wrong. I mean,
Absolutely, you can't, but yeah. And without John, there would not be an MCU, so
Nor would there be the Mandalorian.
yeah.
So-
This man has brought Marvel Comics to life and brought new life to Star Wars.
Despite what people think of Swingers, he has done an amazing job in the current.
Hey, PCU was
Hey,
awesome.
hey,
PCU was
hey,
fantastic, but that was
hey,
more
hey,
Jeremy
hey,
Piven.
Hey,
Stop.
I'm
No,
people.
Nobody cares.
I'm people.
Nobody
No
cares.
one really cares.
So
You mentioned me. I'm people.
No. He mentioned people.
I am people.
No, you're a half-witted ginger.
I'm not even going to make.
I'm a half ginger, so quarter-witted, really.
So he's a ginge.
I think it's more an
He's a
Exactly where I was going.
So, can anybody guess?
When it warms up, I get more watermelon out of it.
Well, good on you.
Yeah.
See, with you, it's difficult to guess because
it?
it could go a lot. Of
I almost want to say
It really
Scott
could.
Summers.
That was one of the first things I thought of. For
I mean, when I think, I get a very Scott Summery vibe.
Cyclops himself.
Yeah.
but
Little bit.
at the
Yeah,
same
I
time,
see it.
Scott Summers is kind of an arrogant prick, and that's just not Justin.
It's not.
No. Despite what this show might project.
I would say this is way left field, but
Is it?
because of the intellectual capacity, the Beast.
No.
Still wrong.
No, that's fine.
No,
but because you're trapped in your own head half the time.
I get it.
He's Clint Barton.
And
That's actually not a terrible pick
not
for
a
him.
bad guess.
It's not. It's not.
I just found a meme earlier. He was fighting with Loki. Loki was winning. He went to the Avengers. The Avengers won.
One more time.
Yeah, can you do that
slower.
in like half speed?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah, that was a
He
little
was
bit
fighting with Loki.
Yeah.
Loki was winning. He went to the Avengers. The Avengers won.
All right.
He
Okay.
fought. He fought against Ultron. They won. He didn't fight against Thanos. They lost. He fought in Endgame. They won.
He's kind of
Yeah.
big deal.
Yeah, yeah.
If it's not for Hawkeye, everybody loses.
Right.
Yeah.
He's just kind of not a
Another-
good person in real life. Anyway,
Another Jeremy Renner.
Steve, your guess?
Man, see, okay, what makes this tough is like they're all picking X-Men, and I'm
Right.
not sure that's the route you're going.
I
Picked
will
an
give you.
Avenger and an
I
X-Men.
will give
did
you
both.
this bit of a hint.
Yeah, I mean, same.
Mr. Fantastic.
What was the hint, sir?
There wasn't one.
There wasn't one, which is why I went with Reed Richards.
Again, not a bad guess.
Okay.
However, Star-Lord.
Really?
Okay.
That was going to be
No,
my second guess.
I get it.
Okay.
I would
I get it.
absolutely love to play Peter Quill.
That was
So
my second
half
place.
of the table went with Powers. The other half of the table went without.
And you're both right.
Yeah.
I mean, that was my 2nd
I'm-
place just because of the character.
I
I
am
love him.
half of a Celestial if I play Peter Quill.
Yeah. Well, not only that,
Well, but then he gave that up, though.
He did.
his personality, his thought process, the comedic relief,
the quick wit, the love of the music that he loves.
Yes.
70s and 80s.
Yes.
Okay. I dig it.
Kind of do your own thing when you want to do it, but you are begrudgingly there for everybody.
Don't turn on a black light. It'll look like a Jackson
Right.
Pollock.
Looks like a Jackson Pollock painting up in here. Yeah.
Peter Quill was my second place.
Yeah. Look,
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not going to lie.
It's a family thing.
I don't remember your name. Magritte.
Yeah, Peter Quill is my second place.
Peter Quill for sure.
Yeah.
I get it. I get that. So for any movie of your choice, which this left it wide open,
Literally.
and it was super easy for me to pick. If I could play any character in any movie that was not in the MCU or Star Wars, I would want to play Captain Jack Sparrow.
Okay.
Well played.
I like rum. Yeah.
I mean, it's
How'd
hard.
you start the fire? I used the rum. Why's all the rum gone?
It's just everything. It's like he's got an arrogance to him that.
Is it arrogance or
So you
confidence?
have heard of
So
me.
you have heard of me, yeah. But at the same
That's
time,
just
he
reassurance.
does kind of self-depreciate himself a bit.
He's a little self-deprecating.
I've got a box of dirt.
I mean, could I do it better than Johnny Depp? Absolutely not.
It's a very
God.
pretty boat ship.
Yes. Yes.
The Black Pearl.
It was not built in a boatyard. It was built in a shipyard.
But yeah,
Okay.
it would be too much fun.
It
to play
would
that
be.
character.
All right.
It would
It
be.
would. I get it. So moving on to mine, I stayed within the Marvel universe, and then on the second half, kind of. I mean, to the comics, yes. To the movies, halfway. My original was
Mantis.
Peter Quill. Screw you.
Mantis.
Yes.
He wants time with Mantis, but he doesn't want to be Mantis.
I can't even say her last name. It's like 18 characters long.
So Peter
Saltalamakia?
No.
Peter Quill was the first pick, but ultimately I'm gonna go with Deadpool.
Deadpool
I
would be
get it.
fun,
Okay.
but I mean, and again, not that I think I could do any better than Johnny Depp at Captain Jack Sparrow.
Oh no, I couldn't do better.
I
than
couldn't
him.
touch
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan
I
Reynolds as
could
Deadpool.
not.
Nobody
No,
can.
I couldn't either, but the abilities, the fun part of it, the really giving the middle finger to everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
That
It
yes.
would be a fun character to
Yes.
play.
And if the rumors about Mortal Kombat 2 are correct, and he's going to play Johnny Cage, I cannot wait for
They're
it.
not. It's fandom.
It is, but I wish.
There's a little bit of time between now and when it comes out. It could come. It could be true.
I think
He
he's
would
going to be
match it.
busy in the MCU.
He may be, but
He would match it perfectly, though.
I still think that they should get the Wish version of Tom Cruise. To
I
play
don't.
Johnny
I
Cage.
didn't. I didn't think Johnny Cage was that great. Like, I mean, what makes him? So
I don't know.
special?
I haven't.
just the
haven't
way that
seen
they
it.
teased at the end, and I mean, you knew that what was coming.
That's not even a tease. It's a here.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah.
Um.
The mascot wants some grilled cheese. I
Yeah.
can see it.
So if I could place
Not
myself
today.
into any movie whatsoever, Samwise Gamgee.
That's not
Really?
I could see that for you.
Samwise? guys?
I could see that for you.
Dude, he carried that.
No, I'm not questioning that. I didn't see that coming. I like the pick.
I didn't see it coming either, but I do really like that pick for you.
Eric is the friend.
That's a fitting pick for you.
Eric is going to do whatever it takes to make sure that his friends are happy.
This guy.
Except for him, who's clearly not a friend. He's going to get thrown off the balcony, Jazzy Jeff style, a lot.
Well, at least I wear the same shirt.
This is true.
You're telling me you've never seen any of the Lord of the Rings?
Maybe I just don't recognize the name then.
It's Sean Astin's character, Rudy. Rudy's character. Mikey from the Goonies character.
Okay.
Samwise. It's his best friend.
It took
I
me
think
a
he's
second.
just...
It's the true hero.
He's smiling
of
and
the
nodding.
show.
He still has no friggin'
No.
Potato.
It took... Okay.
Boil a mash
I'm
and put
not
them in a
good
stew.
with names. That is just a base. You mull it over however you need. But
Frodo's
now,
best friend.
Yes, now I understand. He is... Okay, with you guys,
guy.
the true hero.
The true hero of that trilogy. Without a doubt.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Dude, if it wasn't for Samwise, it had been done in 8 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Should I do it without the
No.
Yeah.
the talking over?
Do it.
No.
Stupid Trixie Hobbit. The precious. I get the gurgle too.
You do.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
That was not on purpose.
All right.
I like that pick.
That's a good
No,
pick.
it's good.
Good
yeah,
on you.
it's good.
That's a good pick. I
The
like
the glue of the story. I like
We
it.
sound like we're on Family Feud. Good pick.
Good answer. Good answer.
I mean, and I thought about having Lord of the Rings as one of the categories,
Say
but
more kids, but
it just
that's wrong.
it seemed too limited.
Dude, it's wide open.
There's only 3 movies as opposed to 23 and 9.
But there's 12 hours if you watch the right version.
Oh my
There's
god.
14 hours if you watch the right versions.
But whatever.
And one of them is just
I
purely
was
a
gonna say, you should know
vacational.
you have them.
Yes, and I only watch them when I'm sick, which is weird.
One of them is purely a vacational hike, if we're being honest.
Right. Let's go look at mountains. And
In
New Zealand.
None of those movies are bad. They're all good. They're just long.
One of them's subpar compared to the rest.
Compared to the
talking.
rest, but that doesn't make it a bad movie.
No.
Yeah, which is what he was saying.
Yes.
Once the ring hits the fires of Mordor,
Done.
that movie should have ended right then and there. And the fact that they drug it on and absolutely completely changed it from what was in the book was trash. Absolute trash. But it's still a phenomenal trilogy of movies.
So, sir, yours?
Okay.
Mine should come as no surprise if anybody has followed the Fans Of page for any length of time. It was the very first reface that I put up. Indiana Jones. I would love to play Indiana Jones.
I think you could do better in Crystal Skull.
I think Eric
Crystal Skull
could do
could have
better
done
in
better if they
Crystal
would have done
Skull.
it without Shia LaBeouf.
I like Shia LaBeouf in that. I don't like him in anything else.
It was.
Well,
I liked him in Transformers 1.
He's okay as Stephen Witwicky, yeah.
It was
He was
right
okay in
before.
Transformers 2.
Right before he went crazy.
Okay, he's good in Holes.
He was great in Holes.
The movie.
Yeah.
The movie. But yeah, no.
Where did you go with that, sir?
He didn't, but I went there for him. That destroyed him.
Oh my god.
See it destroyed him. That's another sign that we're related.
Andy was the name of the dog.
Right.
Oh yeah, playing that.
By the way, that is my favorite of the 4 whatever you call 4 movies. Indiana
Quadrilogy.
Jones, the Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade is by far the best of all 4.
I am looking forward to 5.
Because of the interaction between
Sala and...
Harrison Ford, not in Sala,
No.
and his dad.
Well, but the way Sala and his dad, too.
That too. But... And
Yeah.
I'm completely rabbit holing here, but
Yeah.
I'm a Raiders fan, but
I get it.
I do like Last Crusade.
But the meme where it shows the roofing advertisement that says hot shingles, and then it shows Sean Connery. He's like, "Oh, hot shingles, you say?"
River Phoenix should have always played young Indiana.
He should have, but drugs.
Yeah.
Too bad he died.
Drugs are bad. Okay. Speaking of Johnny Depp, he died outside of the Viper Room.
Yeah, we're gonna
River
get,
Phoenix, not Johnny Depp. He's clearly alive.
Yeah.
we're
Or he's on the. My mind went blank. guitarist for the Rolling Stones. Keith Richards died of cocaine. He died decades ago, but there's so much cocaine in the system. He's still alive,
Still going.
So if we're gonna talk about
we're gonna get to that later.
If we're going to talk about rabbit holes, I just want to tell a brief story about my dad where we were in the movie theater. I think it's the second one where they tell the story of Golem, isn't it? Because they try to add...
where they get the backstory of Smeagol and everything?
Yeah. They try to add something to the movie because otherwise they're just walking. In the scene,
he's not wrong.
Yeah, in the scene of him changing... where he has just a little bit of hair.
Did you look at your dad and say, hey, same haircut?
No. The entire movie theater is absolutely packed. We got some of the last tickets, and in front of everybody, my dad with the iron balls says, hey, look, it's Michael Jackson. And everybody in the movie theater had a tear in their eye from laughing so fucking hard. Not even sorry about it. Love the man, but that was a shining moment. Oh my god, that is the way that I will always remember Smeagol, Golem, In-Betweener.
As Michael Jackson?
Oh god, yes. It was so perfect.
He's Schmeagol.
Yeah.
Schmeagol.
So, moving on.
So
Two
now
more.
We're doing TV show or series.
Yep.
And I worded it that way because you could include Netflix or whatever you
Gotcha.
want.
Right.
This one was difficult for me because I had it narrowed down to 2, and I couldn't decide between the 2. So heads or tails?
Tails.
Heads or tails?
Heads.
Heads or tails?
Tails.
Then we're gonna go with Opie from Sons of Anarchy.
Ooh.
Good one.
Damn it.
Ryan Hurst did an amazing job, but
He did.
It's such a
All
cave.
right, moving on because I can't think of that. I love Opie, but I cannot think of Opie without the way he went out.
His ending was absolutely heartbreaking.
He's
He
such
did not
a
deserve it.
conflicted character. He wants to do right by his family, but he wants to do right by his club as well.
Yeah, there's a lot.
And those
to
two
that.
things do not go together.
No, they
most
don't.
of the
They
time.
don't coincide at all.
Most of the time.
It's A or B, not A and B.
I mean, I joke around about this a lot. It's like, if you want somebody that's loyal, I mean, I'm a Detroit Lions fan.
Sorry.
I mean, if that's not loyal, what the f*** is?
No, I got you. It's even
Opie,
to this day, and that was how many years ago? I mean, we're talking
several.
An easy decade plus.
Was it?
Roughly.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
I would say I think it's close, but
It ended not quite a decade.
he ended.
Yeah.
Okay, we're talking at least 10 years. I still cannot, to this day, watch that scene with dry eyes.
It ended,
That scene was raw.
it ended right about the time, I think, a couple of years. So it's only been gone for like 5 years. But that season was, probably 10.
In the middle.
10 years ago. It was season 3.
I thought it was 4, but
He
okay.
he didn't go to Ireland with him.
He did not go to Ireland, but he was still alive. I thought that happened like season 4.
So the series
Maybe.
ended in 2014.
Right.
So
that was close. 7 years.
So
5.
about 7 years that it's been out. But 10 years ago is when Opie went.
For those of you that have not seen Sons of Anarchy, then please go back and watch it because it's a phenomenal series.
It really is.
And the character that Ryan Hurst played of Opie is...
For those who don't know who Ryan Hurst is, would probably know him from Remember the Titans.
Yeah.
Remember the Titans? He was in The Walking Dead. He played Beta.
Was he?
Yeah.
Really?
He was.
Yep.
I forgot about that.
I would not have pulled that character, but good pull.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
He was in We Were Soldiers,
Yeah, it was.
which we reviewed. He's a very
I think
recognizable.
that was the recent one that you watched, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
A few weeks back.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was in what was the series that was kind of Sons of Anarchy, but kind of West Virginia.
Oh.
Can't think of the name. It was on TBS. Anyway, he was in that series as well. It was right. It came out right after Sons of Anarchy, and he looked the same with the long hair and the.
Oh, okay. I mean, he was
They
already
wrote- they
fitting the
wrote-
character.
They rode quads instead of jobbers. So anyway,
Yeah, never heard of it.
The Outsiders?
there it is.
Hey, there it is.
Hey-o.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'd be Opie. I have another one. I'll mention it if you guys don't. So
Okay.
Me?
So with me, I'm a big animated series guy.
What?
I really am. In case you didn't know, I love anime. But because of these guys not knowing anything about anime, and most of them knowing this animated character, I would go with Morty.
You would be a good Morty.
It's just
because we do nothing but shit on you like Rick does Morty all the time.
I mean, yeah.
Sorry,
but also all of the adventures.
Yeah.
But the conflicting feelings with every single one of them. That's my mental status every time. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Morty just because. I mean,
only the losers look things up because the winners are out there carpe and all those DMs.
But I mean, throughout the whole series, it was hard not to empathize with him for me,
right?
Because there was always something.
Yeah, no, I'm a total Rick fan.
No, I get it.
I get it.
I'm a Rick fan too.
But I could not care less about Morty.
But I empathize with Morty in all of his different iterations, especially in one specific episode. If you know what I'm talking about, you know. If you know, you know. So we're gonna move on with that.
All right. I have two that I could not split between. So, A or B, Justin.
B.
A or B.
A.
A or B.
Oh, my name B.
Okay.
What up, B?
Vic Mackey from The Shield.
Nice.
Ooh.
Good pull.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
You haven't watched The Shield?
I've watched enough to know who he's talking about.
I watched The Wire thinking that because I got it confused with The Shield.
They are completely different shows.
The Wire,
completely.
The Wire's great.
I get
Shield's
it,
great too.
I know that.
I have season 1 on DVD minus the last disc.
I used to have all 7, so I sold them back in the day.
Whack.
Yeah.
Michael Chiklis did an amazing job, so
so it is. It's Michael Chiklis that.
Yeah.
Amazing guy.
He is a bully, but he wants to do things right by his family.
Yeah.
And the thing is, he wants to do things right, actually globally.
He's got
to do it his own way to make it right.
He's got two families though.
Yeah.
His home family and his work family.
Yeah. And both are broken.
Very.
I mean, kind of a homage.
That was almost terrible.
Kind of an homage to Opie, work family, home family.
Yeah, kind of.
I mean.
Yeah. But with Opie, the home family was solid. Work family was a little foobar. But
yeah, you're not wrong.
A little bit.
Just a skosh.
A lot of it.
But yeah, Vic Mackey.
My turn.
Dang.
My turn. And I'm torn because...
This was tough. Hey, this could have been DC.
My other one was actually out of the same one you just picked.
Weird. One of mine that I'm kind of conflicted about is as well. But
So go with the other one. We'll talk about the other ones later.
Well, because it's out of Brandon's universe.
Okay.
I don't know which one to go with, so I'm going to go with both of them. But so no. One is Jax Teller.
Okay.
I think I could do a good job as Jax. The confliction that he has.
Yeah.
But the other one is Rick Sanchez. Mainly because I can do a pretty good Rick when I want to.
Yeah.
Rick would be fun to play.
So much.
Like if they did a live action Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Not that they could, but if they did, that would be a fun ass character to play. My backup, I'll go ahead and throw it out, and I want you to throw yours out too. Mine was Saul Goodman from Breaking Bad.
Okay.
Mine was Bobby from Sons.
Oh, okay.
Bobby Ellis?
I was thinking, when he said that, I was thinking Bobby Hill.
Yeah, no, that's where I first went. But okay.
Right?
No, out of that universe, I'm clearly a Hank.
Going after all these bitches.
Propane and propane.
Also, propane and propane accessories.
Honestly, between the two,
Damn it, Bobby.
I see
Bobby.
you pulling off Jax more so than Rick.
Yeah.
I was going completely animated on the Rick part.
No, I get it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Even as a drawn cartoon, we still.
I get it. No, I get it. And
Yeah.
I'd have fun being Jax Teller.
Until that very end when, surprisingly enough, Michael Chiklis is driving the semi.
Right?
Oh, that's right.
Weird how I connected all three.
Yes!
I said four. The four of us connected to the three of you. Anyway.
Yeah. That's how math works.
Yeah, weird.
Crazy.
Common core.
Carry the 17.
All right.
Get you two.
So,
Anyway.
I'm guessing we're
Moving on.
We're casting.
for the movie that I'm going to cast all four of us in. The movie is Stand By Me.
You son of a...
Can you guys guess who you're...
I know who I am.
Yes. No.
Really?
No.
Because this was so perfect to me. Like, it was like so perfect that there's no question in my mind. You got... Hold on. I gotta get my notes because I don't have their last names memorized. But, so we got JT would be Gordy LaChance.
Okay.
Shocker, right?
Right.
We got Easy as Vern Tessio.
Oh, he's absolutely Vern.
Okay.
We got Brandon as Teddy Duchamp.
Really? You went that route?
Why wouldn't I?
I was going the other way.
You got me as Chris Chambers.
I'm
Dude,
good.
okay.
I'm good both ways.
Okay.
You're not wrong either way.
Think about this. The reason why this was like so perfect for me is like Chris Chambers is always grounding Gordy.
Absolutely.
Gordy's always constantly worried about crap that's beyond his control.
Right.
Chris Chambers is always the one that's grounding him.
He's his anchor. I get it. I get that side of it. No, that's what I'm saying. I get both ways.
And, Teddy's just an asshole, so...
Here I am.
Can be, yeah.
And for those that don't... Because I had this... Gordy is the character that Will Wheaton played. Vern is the character that Chris O'Donnell played.
Will Wheaton.
Back when he was a little hefty.
He was very hefty.
Teddy Duchamp is Corey Feldman, and Chris Chambers is River Phoenix.
And I'm trying to think of how to put this. Corey Feldman's character is conflicted.
Yeah.
He does not want to be at home.
He's been through some stuff.
Right. As proof for the burnt ear.
Right.
His dad put him on a freaking stove and just turned him into a grilled cheese.
Honestly, I couldn't think of anybody better for Brandon. It still fit where like the group all fit.
Right. No, but I could see it either way with you two. I get your points completely, and they make very valid. You all right?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Good deal. No, you're good. You're good. But they make very valid points. My mind initially was acting ability and personality so much as characteristics. That makes sense?
I don't know. I mean, like...
You're not wrong.
Take the family trauma away, and he's kind of a smartass like that character is, too.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I mean, it wasn't completely out of left field, but that was what I came up with.
That was the one that I came up with, too, but I got to come up with another one on the fly. Good thing I'm last.
Well, you don't have to if you have it ranked different.
Oh, we're good.
So,
or if you cast different.
We're good.
So I've got, 4.
Pick one.
Tropic Thunder.
Do it.
This will be fun.
Do it.
I better get the right character. That's all.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's all I'm saying.
That's what I'm thinking. There's one that I absolutely should be, and there's 2 that I wouldn't be upset.
So my thing is, Justin is Ben Stiller.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you're right.
I do have some grandeurs of delusion.
He is Simple Jack. Yes.
Not that I want to be, but I think it can go 2 ways. I can either fit the Jack Black or the Tom Cruise, but because of size in general, Easy gets Jack Black.
That's as it should be.
And because he gives no F's and says whatever he wants to, Robert Downey Jr. goes to Steve.
Okay. I didn't get my first choice, but I did get my second, so I'm okay with that. Okay with that.
But runners up, I'm not going to go through characters because there's an endless supply. Sandlot, Hangover, just because I get
4
it.
of us.
I would burn. I get it. And then Avengers: Infinity War. Take your pick. I'm still going to stick with Spider-Man because he has a minor role, but he still seems to actually hold some weight. But there's a bunch of different places we could go with that. But those were my runner-ups.
You had to open your mouth.
Well,
No. Okay,
he only casted Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, so I didn't expound upon them. You have all of the domain.
Okay. So even though you open your big fat mouth early, yeah, I'm going with The Hangover.
The Hangover.
Yep.
So for myself, I 100% is Zach Galifianakis.
Good. That's the only one I did not want to be.
Yeah.
That was my second one for me particularly, but yeah, I get it.
You by far, Brandon, or Stu?
Yeah.
Stu is
Ed Helms.
Okay.
Pulling his tooth out. Being
Right.
just an absolute moron.
Doug.
Justin, you, sir, would be Bradley Cooper.
Fair point.
Nice.
Fair point. I embrace that character.
And Steve, just because you are not wanting to ever be the center of the attention, you're Stu hanging out on, or you're Doug hanging out on top of the damn hotel for the entirety of a week because no one can find you.
Your reasoning saved that. Because
Yeah.
At first, I was like, but no,
No, 'cause, I mean,
you're not wrong.
You're
not wrong.
Do not want to be the center of attention, so
You're absolutely right.
you were not the center of the attention in the movie.
Doug,
You're not wrong.
Doug.
I'm a doctor. You're a dentist.
You're an idiot that pulls out your own tooth.
That was actually pretty nice pull right there.
Yeah, no. I
I'm
see the
shocked by
typecast.
it. Like that was pretty good.
I figured y'all would let me burn and let me be Doug, but I feel the typecast. I get it. So,
All right, my turn.
JT.
So since mine was taken, I came up with one on the fly, and it's a recent movie that Brandon has reviewed that did better than I thought it would.
Okay.
But I'm going to go with Rockstar
Okay.
Still haven't
Okay.
seen that movie.
because why not? I would be Mark Wahlberg's character, Izzy. The main character wants to lead the band,
Yeah.
lead singer, whatnot. Steve, you would be Timothy Spall's character, which is the manager.
Okay.
Oh God. The rat from Harry Potter.
Yes, the rat.
Oh, really? It's Peter Pettigrew? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
You're Matt. You are Matt, but you are the glue to the band. You are
Right.
you are the one that
Skeezy glue, but still glue.
skeezy glue, but you are the one that absolutely just kind of herds the cats.
Yeah.
Still haven't seen that movie.
Brandon, you would be Timothy Oliphant's character, which would be the original guitarist in the tribute band.
I don't support it, but I understand
His
it.
friend,
Yeah.
who they have a very big difference with, and then they reconnect at the end.
I don't side with it, but I understand it. I get where you're going with it. Okay.
I pick up what you're throwing down.
Yeah.
And for no other reason than one line from the movie.
I know where you're going.
Do you?
Yes.
Easy. You'd be Zach Wilde's character, the lead singer of the actual band, and it's for the one line where they were talking about when they came back from break.
The hunting.
Yes, and he said it was great. I killed everything. I just want to hear you say that on. That's it.
I knew exactly what you were talking
Because
about for the one line.
Because I could have flipped the two characters and had you be the manager and Steve be somebody else. But it'd be so fun to hear him say that. It was awesome. I killed everything.
So how would you cast Stand By Me? Would it have been different than me?
Yes, in the sense that I would have flip-flopped you and Brandon.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay.
Fair enough.
All right.
That's all I got.
That was my top 5.
Yay, good talk.
It was a nice one. I like the depth that everyone took. It
The
was good.
diversity.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
right.
Well, let's go ahead and... This week's Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Let's go with Brandon for the good, since his mouth was full.
Thanks, buddy.
Yay, good for you.
Honestly, I'm gonna pick Galactic Coyote for the good.
Really?
I mean,
there's the watermelon basil.
There's a lot of different ways I could go, but I really liked it.
It's pretty good.
It's good stuff.
It's got layers to it too.
It does. That's
It
why I
does.
liked it.
Yeah.
And what was weird is as it got warmed up, and not warm by any means, it was still
But
cold beer.
warmer.
It changed. I went from getting nothing but basil to getting the watermelon.
Yeah, that's where I
And
finished
then
out. Straight watermelon.
It hits the next level, and then it's a good mix of both.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
So, easy, since you're talking, what's the bad?
No, the bad. I have literally come in now for 3 weeks in a row on movies, and I'm not picking garbage movies. Just somebody
We're just picking
ranks terribly.
We're just picking better.
Yeah, possibly.
You know, I'm just saying, not bad movies, but yeah, you got to play to a crowd.
Fourth is fourth.
I don't play to the crowd. I play to the movie.
That's why you lose.
None of us play to the crowd.
I absolutely,
no kidding.
I absolutely play to the crowd.
One of us doesn't play to the crowd.
Without a doubt, I pick certain movies because I was like, this is a total Brandon movie.
I've given you my roundabout where I'm at with my movies and what I love.
Do it for that reason. I don't want
I
to
know
give
you
you something
don't.
you like.
I know.
Then it doesn't feel like a chore.
you
But I
give
want you to
me-
watch movies that are good movies.
You give me diversity, and I respect that. But the last few weeks, what you've been up against have overcome
I get
the
that.
greatness
I
of your
get
movies.
that.
Don't get me wrong. There's still great movies. You have just been overcome by the others.
No, I get that. But that's still bad for me.
Well,
I already knew what the ugly was, so I didn't want to take it.
I don't want to be that guy, but I feel like Usain Bolt. Anyway, so Steve, what's the ugly?
Earthquake.
Yeah, I had to leave it because it wasn't bad. It was fugly.
It was pretty fugly.
Yeah, $350 well spent.
Oof, $350 for a 4-pack.
Hey man,
I thought I was doing fantastic when I spent $4 on a sixer of Alaskan Brewing Company, but that stuff was fantastic. $350 on a 4-pack.
it wasn't bad.
Ooh, Lord.
Oh lordy,
Yeah.
you got what you paid for.
Hey,
on that
I
one.
mean, if you're gonna buy a crap beer, at least you only spent $350 on a crap beer.
Absolutely.
So, no big deal.
I was on a budget this week, too, so that's played part
all
of
good.
it.
and you know what? That's not bad.
Respect.
You're gonna shop on that budget, and we got 2 beers that were one was.
I've spent
Yeah.
$15 on bad beer, so yeah, you did pretty
Yeah.
good.
You spent
I spent $40 on great beer, and I spent $15 on beer. So,
yeah, Earthquake was absolutely the
yeah,
fugly.
absolute garbage.
It's the fugly. So, and as Pepper puts her nose in Steve's crotch, we'll go to the poll. This week's poll.
This week's poll brought to you by nobody yet, because
Nobody.
we're looking for a sponsor.
We are.
We love it.
This week's poll is going to be an open-ended one. I would like to get the listener feedback on if they have any ideas for what they would like to see out of the show. Be it a topic of discussion, a top 5, if they want to see us do anything differently. Just going to open the floor, get a little listener feedback.
Nice.
Because we are always steering this ship, and we steer it into a whirlpool sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, a little listener
Black
feedback.
pearl.
Yeah. So
We're dead.
gonna just kind of open the floor up to possible suggestions, and you may see your suggestion come to life.
Undead, if you will.
Undead.
So
But you have heard of me.
I got a box of dirt.
On that note, we're going to wrap this pig up and put it in the fryer and
Bacon.
fried pig.
I don't think anyone will pick it up on the sound, but I mirrored him when he said bacon.
Good deal.
The mascot wanted to go out, apparently. Wow, you guys like fist bumped and not threatened to throw him off. It's crazy.
I mean,
did
he
he-
initiated first.
Did he threaten to throw him off the balcony?
Dogs and cats living together.
Twice.
This episode?
Yeah.
He did. Oh,
Yeah.
he did?
He did.
Twice. He also threatened JT, which
did
I
too.
was happy about.
You threatened me as well, but I know it's not going to happen because we're cool like that.
All right.
Cool like that. Cool like that.
We're
Da,
not.
da, 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 da,
I'd carry him to the door, and then we'd set him down and shake hands and be okay.
Oh.
Was that-
I'm getting full yeet.
Yes.
Yo!
We have a guy whose email address is Yeet Bag. Anyway, I won't tell you what server it's on.
Great.
On that note, make sure you do follow us on all of the socials at Clearly Podcast on TikTok, Instagram, and missing one. Twitter. God, brain move. Ooh. By the way, one day in training this week, twice. And I lost what I was going to say.
I lost that train of thought still at the station.
Yep, still at the
Makes
station.
sense.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
JT, it makes sense.
It happened twice. So make sure you do subscribe to us and follow us on YouTube, A Clearly Confused Podcast. Look us up. You can email us, a clearlyconfusedpodcast at gmail.com. Be a part of our Fans of Facebook group or Subscribe to our official page.
Yes, sir.
You can also give us a call, 620-605.
ACCP or 620-605.
2227.
Yes, sir.
So leave us a voicemail, send us a text.
Yeah, we may read it on air if we get it on air.
We might play it on the show.
We may play it on the show.
You know what? I'm going to throw out this challenge. Ooh. If you write that number down, 620-605-2227. If you go out this weekend and you get hammered, leave us a voicemail.
Oh, please do.
Please, we will censor it. We will make sure that we don't throw any quarters in unless you preface it with throw in some quarters for me.
Oh, that's going to be the first thing they say.
Right.
Make
sure that you call us and leave us a drunk voicemail.
Sir, if you call the show,
how'd you
know? You better bring your own quarters because we're not using show quarters to take care of you. You're bringing your own.
I work at a bank. I can afford a 10 spot.
Okay. No, you know where to get a 10 spot.
Whoa. We're not condoning stealing here.
No, I said where to get,
stealing.
not where to steal.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
He
know.
clarified.
He did just watch The Town. So.
Yeah, and the subject is suspect. I get it. So
super sus.
Yeah. That's where I was going to go with this. And then I grabbed it and it came right back.
Good for you.
Right, we had two cans. We had 2 cans on the show tonight. Make sure you do take off the pop tabs and you do save them. We have listener Lori who gave us a big jar of them. We have my mom who gave us some as well.
I was right. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure.
The collection is growing.
Reed's and Nana gave us some. Allegedly, there's some from Effin Baker and Wendy Jones.
Effin Baker.
I've seen pictures. It's lore at the moment.
Baker.
Right.
Love it.
I love that guy, but they give me those tabs.
But yeah,
there you go.
That.
The reason we save those is because that is the one piece of the actual beer can, soda can, whatever that is 100% aluminum. When they are recycled, they are equal to the monetary value of 1 minute of chemo treatment. So we turn those in. We help some people out.
We help out a lot of folk. I mean, as you can see on Wednesdays when the video goes up on YouTube and Facebook, we are growing our pile significantly every week, and we'd love your guys' input to help out.
There you go. If you live in the Wichita area, get a hold of us. We'll meet up with you. We will get those from you. We'll have a beer. We will either A, get to know you, or B, catch up with you. If you live out of town, let us know. We will get you a mailing address. If it is a monetary issue, we understand. We will get you a mailing label.
Yep.
So we will get those to us so that we can recycle those and then we can help some people out.
We don't necessarily have sponsors, but we will sponsor you for this purpose.
You damn right.
Yeah.
So let's see, for the mascot, for Heidi, for Aaliyah, for Eric, for Brandon, for Steve, and myself. Everyone quickly say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Adios.
So as they say in Canada, peace out.
Post-game show is brought to you by Christ, I can't find it. The hell with it.
Now maybe I didn't mean to treat you bad, but I did it anyway. So maybe some would say your life was sad, but you lived it anyway. So maybe your friends that stand around, they watch you crumble as you falter to the ground. Just someday friends stand beside as you were flying. Oh, you were flying oh so high. But then someday people look at you, what they call their own, they watch you suffer. Yeah, they hear you calling home. But then someday we could take our time to brush your leaves aside so you can reach us. But you left me far behind. Now, maybe I didn't mean to treat you oh so bad, but I did it anyway. Now, maybe some would say you're left with what you have. man, no, no. Couldn't share the pain, they watch you suffer. So maybe I could have made my own mistakes, but I live with what I've known. And yeah, maybe we might share in something great, but won't you look at where you're going? Won't you look at where you're going now? But then someday comes, tomorrow holds a sense of what I feared for you in my mind. As you trip the final line, and that cold day when you lost control. Shame you left my life so soon, you should have told me. Hey, but you left me far behind. Now, I didn't mean to treat you oh so bad, but I did it anyway. Now, some say you're left with what you had. Oh, but you couldn't share the pain. No, 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 but you couldn't share your pain. No, I said, time to change your plans. They come and watch you crumble to the ground. They watch you suffer. Yeah, they hold you down. Maybe my lover, baby, didn't mean to treat you bad, but you